there we go. I shut it off. I don't know why it went back to that one. It's weird.
I didn't have no sound.
I had a little. Well, look at this. That's weird.
Here, to make it up, I'll play this one. There.
Yep.
I don't know why it did that. Oh well.
Hello, Alicia and Sandy. They're popping in now.
Huh. Hey, Sandy. There's a vehicle going down the road being noisy. I don't know if you guys can hear it or not.
No, not yet.
Oh, well, it's done past that.
I can hear that.
Well, since the intro got messed up, we'll have to wait for everybody to get out from under the ad that usually they pop up at the beginning. On Twitch, they allow it that you can actually push a button and it'll play an ad. So, like you say, well, I'm gonna go to the bathroom. I'll play an ad while I'm there, so we're not missing out on anything. That's how it should be on the lives here. I should be able to push a button, say, well, we're taking a 2-minute break here for ads, and then push the button, and everybody's caught up.
Right.
The way they do it now is sometimes they'll play an ad at the beginning, and then sometimes they'll play an ad in the middle, and that's how people get behind, because it cuts the live off to play the ad. I don't like their ad system for lives.
I may need to check into Twitch.
It's I still do better for the gaming stuff. I do get better for views and everything on YouTube than I do Twitch. Twitch is a younger audience, so they usually see an old geezer playing a video game and they pass over me. Although on YouTube they seem to like the old people playing games, I guess. I don't know.
Adapted.
But I wanted to go over something that may be a possibility that we're going to see stuff coming about. The whatever the bill, big, beautiful, whatever it's called. Somebody needs to work on these names that these politicians come up with. But one of the things they're going to be cutting back on food stamps and government assistance stuff. I mean, it won't be no big deal if they cut me off or cut me down to what I'm getting now. So it's like, oh darn, I won't be able to get 2 loaves of bread this month. Yeah. From what I gathered, there is an app that tells me when my food stamps come at the beginning of the month.
Damn, I need that.
And I already know when it comes anyway, but I had the app and everything. But the thing is, they came out with this article, who's going to be impacted and whatnot. No more, and I don't disagree with it, you know. No more going to the store or getting $5,000 to $8,000 in food stamps for a couple kids. They're, like I used to talk about this, they're no longer there because, you know, they didn't pay their rent or whatever and they got kicked out of the place. But they would have half things of cases of pop setting out and the little juice things that the kids drink that is extremely bad for them and whatnot. But I heard her on the phone one day complaining that her food stamps had got cut from 7,200 to 6,500, and she had 2 kids. And I'm like,
That's enough for 10 people.
What the heck?
That's enough for 6 months.
What?
That's enough for 6 months of food.
That's crazy.
They must be all eating at Red Lobster every night.
I don't know, but that's food stamps. I don't know what she was getting for the other bit, you know. And on top, normally what they do is they'll say the husband left or whatever, even though he doesn't leave, he's still there. That way they get that assistance money on top of the food stamps. What they do then is nobody can find the guy, you know, because he's not working. They can't track his Social Security and everything, so they can't get any money out of him. But yet he's still living there, so he's still getting money from assistance and whatnot. And on top of that, they can do Section 8, which pays for the rent. And then they have assistance for their utilities. It's called PIP here. And they can get assistance, which I still don't understand how they do it, because I'm still paying through the roof with my insurance, or my just being on disability. And so they're getting all, plus they're getting, because they have kids. And I'm not saying the kids don't deserve to be in a good home and all this stuff, but there's people taking advantage of the system, when others, you know, like me and Jeff, I get $24. I did get 25, but they took $1 for something. I don't know, just because they wanted it, I guess. That's the system that this big beautiful thing is supposed to take up to help. Well, you're going to have a major vacuum from people that are not going to get that big amount of money and food stamps and stuff. They're cutting a lot of this, which again, I think they should. I think that it should be more even. Just because you know, disabled people don't have kids or anything doesn't mean that they're getting by with tons of money coming out of the sky or something. Their disability pays for their everything that the people on welfare get help with. And I think it should be more even, but from what they're putting out there, a lot of the food stamps and stuff is going to be cut. And if that's the case, you already got people complaining about it and freaking out and stuff. Imagine what happens when these people who are eating steak and lobster and all this fancy stuff and drinking 10 cases of pop a month or more can't have that stuff, where they have to start eating like, you know, the normal people eating potatoes and beans and stuff like that. You're going to start seeing people go to the streets more. You know, we're seeing it. I know it's a different thing down in California, but it's going to be the same type of thing. When you're going to start seeing people complaining, and then, you know, the stores will be getting mysteriously broke into to take their foods and stuff like that. If you have stores closed down because of stuff like this, then where are people going to go get food? Yeah.
Well, I got a couple of things to say to that. I saw a segment today that they are going to change one of the rules, a big, beautiful bill, so to say, that child support, okay? They're changing the rules in this. They're going to the grocery stores and the stores and stuff like that, that the card that they get with that is to be only for the child. So that means mamas cannot go get your nails or your hair did with child support. And so, or you can't buy gas for you. I don't know about that one now. Gas for your vehicle or anything, you know. And I'm sitting here thinking, that's got to be one of the smartest bills I've heard of yet. But
if it's enforced,
I'm just now hearing about it. Let's give it a month or so and see how this gets played out.
Yeah. And that's the thing is, you know, a lot of times food stamps are used for candy. You know, like on Easter and Christmas and stuff. You know, I don't see a big deal with it, but when you're force feeding them high fructose corn syrup packets of juice and stuff like that, it's not even juice. My kids coming up, if it didn't have 100% juice, the little juice boxes, we didn't get them. I usually went to the store and got the little frozen cans of juice and took it home and made juice because it was a heck of a lot cheaper than buying the jugs and things. And that's, the kids had that. Now they give them pop and candy and, you know, all this the stuff that, you know, if you would have took that money, that was probably $1,000 a month of just plain cancerous junk that's in our food, allegedly, um, that is given to kids and stuff. Um, yeah, it's it's some nasty stuff. Um, Cooking with Mike. I don't know who you are, so I'm sorry. Um, I only put regulars up here because I've had issues in the past. Just letting anybody up. You're welcome to hang out for a while. That way we get to know who you are and stuff. But yeah, I don't let just everybody up here. Um, I only send out links via email to people. But yeah,
Some of the creators, you have to be on the side for about a year before they even think about letting you up, and then somebody has to vouch.
Yeah.
Yeah,
But
Bush,
I mean,
juice and all that.
Yeah.
When your kids were young, hell, I grew up on powdered milk.
Yeah.
I mean, that was horrible stuff. But that's what I got.
Yeah. And people complain about water out of a water hose nowadays. Oh man, it's got so many cancerous things in it, and this and that. That was our water fountain back in the day. And it was sitting in a muddy grass and dirt and everything. We just, let it run for a couple seconds to get that warmness out of it, and it was good to go.
Oh, it won't take you but one time to let the cool water come through. That first time, turn your lips.
Yeah, well, it takes about 5 minutes for the cool water to get through down here, especially if the hose has been sitting in the sun all day long. It'll scald the skin right off you.
I mean, this generation, we got up on panel tonight, was the riding in the bed, pickup truck, standing up in the seat, laying in the back window, drinking water out of a water hose generation. We're still living. Duh. And there is so much more that can go in there.
Yeah. Well, just look at one simple thing: hot dogs. Back in the day, there was, and hot dogs still back then were quite questionable, but you could read the ingredients. You didn't have to get an encyclopedia to figure out what a bunch of the stuff is. There is so much more ingredients, and some of the ingredients we don't know because it says bioengineered ingredients, and we have to go to the internet to find out what the bioengineered ingredient is, and we still don't know because there's a list of it. That's some nasty stuff.
The only dog I'll eat, hot dog, it's got to be kosher.
Eric, I know
the hot dog today is just we just call that a floor scraper in a tube.
Eric, I know you and Bushcraft, back in our day when we were coming up, we used to sit outside of a hot dog store and see if they came out with real greasy bags. If there wasn't no grease to it, we didn't need them.
Well,
we
had an Italian ice place called Grillo's Italian Ice. It was an Italian family that I believe my father went to grade school with the brothers, and you couldn't beat it. And they ran the store right out of their house, like they had a little addition on the side of their house. I don't know if it was zoned for it or not, but the police, the city never got after. I mean, cops used to pull up there and get their Italian
Oh,
ice.
yeah.
I've yet to find a better Italian ice than that, and that was what, back in the
Well, why is it
70s?
overseas that they don't have half the poison
Oh
in
yeah,
their food we do here? But
yeah,
yet, when you talk to people who's been overseas, that's some of the best food they'll ever eat.
yeah. Well, my son was in stationed in Germany. He says the food there is so fresh. Um,
Yeah.
the chickens are plump, but they don't look like they've been on steroids. um, and stuff like that. It's the vegetables are actually ripe there, not picked green and ripen on the way.
Well, I can
Aren't
kind of
Europeans, though?
understand that.
But aren't Europeans
I can tell.
generally more healthy? I mean,
Oh,
aren't we
yeah.
low,
Yeah.
aren't we low on the totem pole as far as
Yeah,
health as a country?
I think we are about the lowest on the totem poles because we are the guinea pigs. Think about it.
well, there. I wouldn't say the lowest, but
Right.
we're the fattest. We're the fattest, the obese, and that's because of the highest counts of processed foods and stuff. Um, and there are some countries, that are malnourished, and it's because they're poor countries. But their food is probably still better than ours.
Yeah. And leaning toward Chad a little bit. Yeah, we do know what's going on, and we got to be careful with what we say up here.
The whole thing with the civil unrest thing, and this just came out about of the cuts and stuff, and that's that thing I was reading. They're saying they're cutting this, and they should make like WIC. WIC has a thing to where you can't buy this, and it has to be all natural this, and even though you can still get milk from Walmart and different things. The thing is, once this takes effect and the people start, going hungry from not getting their special foods that they usually get, and they have to start settling for, real people food, bread, or potatoes, beans, and having just a little bit of meat with their food, and just not, the expensive steaks and everything. They're going to still want that. And that's when the civil unrest comes, to when they start taking to the streets and then going to places and that kind of thing. And that's when we need to start thinking about, if all these stores are being looted and stuff, and they start shutting down. Look at California. Even though the governor made it a crime, basically, for companies to just get up and leave, they have to have another company come in their place, or they get fined, which a lot of them paid the fine and just got out of California because they weren't making any money, and the insurance bills on theft and stuff was so high, they couldn't they had to start cutting down on employees, so they got up and left. just plain and simple. And that's the fraction. Imagine that happening everywhere. I know that kind of stuff does happen in other states, but it'll get much worse. And till things are cracked down on it, because there's going to be an uproar over it. You know there is. People are already complaining about it on social media about, oh, they're cutting this, my babies are going to starve and this and that. Yeah, it'll get worse.
I just wanted to tell you a sob story.
Yeah.
What?
And if I can imagine Jeff's favorite show, The View, Whoopi will be going crazy over this.
I thought they were kicked off.
I don't know. They might be.
They kicked off a cliff.
I thought they were all leaving. You know, the Ellen lady and her wife moved to UK.
Oh, they split.
Yeah,
No, they split up a while ago. They got divorced.
She got another wife. I can't remember her name. It's a hard name to pronounce or something like that. But
Ellen, I think it's she's a blonde. Portia de Rocha, is that it?
Yeah, something like that. It's a tongue twister.
Her and Portia ended up getting a divorce.
Oh, okay. Well.
Oh, I don't know. All I know is they posted on something today that the reason why we left the United States is because of Trump. I'm like, thank you, goodbye.
See you later.
The bad thing about it is they didn't take a bunch of them with them.
Yeah.
No, but they made a lot of money off of the Americans. So.
Oh yeah. How do you think they got where their nice little place that they live over there? I don't know where they live, but
as I like to say, don't let the door hit you where the Lord split you.
Yeah. Later. And didn't all them the I'm assuming they're women. I can't assume genders nowadays, but on The View, weren't they all leaving the United States too?
Yeah, kind of like Barbara Streisand every 4 years.
Yeah. Oh,
so was Rosie.
Again, thank you for leaving. Bye.
Trump's trolling her. He's like, you know, I
she fired it back up,
and she's getting all crazy about it. She
Rosie
needs to go hang out with
Madonna.
She would have went with her.
Yeah.
Yeah, so sometimes when you know, like if there's a job you're at and there's somebody that's always bad and they're just horrible people and they finally leave and the job is all nice and runs good and everything. That's you know, sometimes it's good to get rid of those people, not let them go away type, not get rid of them, but you know, yeah. And again, we're seeing where Biden let these people from other countries come in, criminals, and they come in and do something. And what would happen if we would have had borders the way they're supposed to be? There'd be a lot of United States citizens still here that are not here anymore.
You mean actually follow the laws on the books? That's a concept.
Yeah.
My father God bless him. He used to say years ago. He used to say, the whole southern border should be turned into an army camp, from
I
Texas
got one
to
question.
California.
I got one question. Who's Rosie? Oh, gee, no. Never
Who's
mind.
what?
Never mind. Don't even go there.
I don't know where.
Bushcraft,
what are you talking about?
be quiet about it.
Who's Rosie? You don't know who Rosie is?
I
Rosie
do
wants
now.
Jeff to show her a good time. Oh, that's right. Robert's always on you, Jeff. That's right. That's
Robert's my grits. Now, I did see where Trump had a conversation with Pepsi and Coca-Cola to start using real sugar and get
that
rid of
was
that
just Coke.
stuff.
Pepsi hasn't agreed to anything.
I thought it was Pepsi also.
Oh, he's already met with the CEOs of major companies and stuff, but Coke is the only one that's agreed so far.
he's also
Robert, that was below the bill.
he's also trying to help get the Washington Redskins their name back.
Yeah. And it was the Indians.
Washington Redskins.
Yeah, and Cleveland Indians too.
And the Cleveland Indians.
Cleveland.
Because I can remember when they started that crap, there were tribal leaders from all these surrounding states, from all over the United States, that came and said, don't change the football team's name. That's what I saw a guy on TV today. He was I think he was a middle linebacker, or he was a defensive end. And he won a ring with the Redskins. And he interviewed a guy that was a chief up in a border state with Canada. And they said they were the first people that called themselves Redskins. We are the Redskin people. It wasn't a slang. It wasn't a white man's slang word or a European slang word. That's what they called themselves. And that's why they want it to go back to, they're proud of their culture. And I agree with it. It should go back.
Technically, the first racist remark was the Indian, if you want to call it that, because, if you call somebody by their color, you're racist, evidently. But
we were the white man.
They're the ones that come up with the white man and the red man.
Yeah.
White man speak with forked tongue too.
Forked tongue. That's right.
Yeah, and it wasn't a race thing, even though other people will presume it being. It was just their way of speaking about it.
That's a part of their vernacular. They're just like the white buffalo or the brown buffalo or the.
Like I read something about that a while back ago. Which one is this one?
Lake's putting up shrimp. Lake, are you eating shrimp again?
Well, I also looked at this, and again, this is alleged type stuff, but in something that could be sprayed within the air. We may not have seen things in the sky, but that stuff don't always travel back down. It travels up within the ozone, and they're saying that weather issues may be caused because of that. When the sun comes through the ozone layer, it hits Earth and warms up Earth, and then goes back up. the heat can't escape because of this whatever's been sprayed. It's almost like a shield of some sort to keep the moisture and the heat in. And again, why mess with something that already works? You know, and this is allegedly type things that they say is causing this odd weather. But again, weather does this every so often.
Talking about getting hot.
Yeah. Because, well, you know, used to be it would get hot, but we didn't have the humidity up north that the South has. Now our humidity is in the 100% range, and your guys' humidity is 70 and 80s. And I'm like, what happened here? And Jeff talked about the flip and everything. And who knows? I'm not saying it's one thing or the other, but it's interesting. Just like I was talking with somebody, and she was going to make a video. I don't know if she did or not. From Austria, and they're coming up with a program, tariffs for their people, for utilities, electricity, and they're going to start. And they say it's to help the people who are having trouble paying their electric bills and stuff. But if you're not the really, really poor people and you're in the mid range or just above that portion, then you're going to be cut. You're going to be cut electricity usage, meaning that extra bit will go toward the poorer end, and you have to pay tariff. You know, and again, there are some people that are blaming Trump. Oh, he's raising tariffs, so it's his fault. You know, and she didn't agree with that. It's just the socialist people who are running the country over there that are in charge of that. It has nothing to do with Trump. It's just a word that they're going to use to get more out of you for your electric bills. And she also said that the surrounding countries are thinking about doing the exact same thing. And unfortunately, sometimes those bad ideas end up spreading around. You know, here in the United States, when one state does something, sometimes the other states follow suit. A lot of times when New York does something, it spreads. It goes from, you know, New York to, you know, Massachusetts to Illinois and, you know, certain those kind of states, and then it starts spreading around like that. I don't know. It might be a thing that makes its way here. There's been a lot of movies that, you know, there was so much electricity being used that certain days or certain time periods they would shut power down completely, and people will actually get used to it that way.
Mm-hmm. They call that a rolling brownout.
Yeah, but this would be more backed by the government type thing.
Right.
Yeah.
Well, I'm just gonna let it slide.
Could you imagine that? You know, oh, it's Monday. Tomorrow's Monday, so we won't have power that day. We got to hurry up and eat all that government issued meat before it goes bad. Because the power will be off for 24 hours, you know. Ooh, that's some stuff to think about, though.
Yeah.
Now, I think we had a brownout last night. You know, I say here with the scanner going, we heard nothing of any wreck, any power lines down or nothing like that. You know.
Oh yeah, I'm with you on that one. I always loved South Dakota. Well, it's a beautiful state. Now I don't know how the big cities are and stuff in South Dakota because the closest one I was to was Rapid City, and I wasn't there that long. I was more in the rural end of everything. But yeah, I would.
I'd love to go to
South Dakota is beautiful out there. Winters, you gotta get used to the winters, but yeah.
I'd love to go to South Dakota one time.
Yeah, I wouldn't mind going back, but I don't think I would want to do the Sturgis rally again. I mean, when I done Sturgis rally the first time, I was 16 and I could go and there's people drinking outside. You could go outside and they were riding the bikes up and down. Cops didn't bother anybody as long as you know things weren't too bad. They didn't bother anybody. Nowadays, you can't go out in the street, and you know there's no funny business going on and stuff like that. But from what I've seen, and I haven't seen it for the last couple of years, but when I watched a couple of shows that showed all the stuff that went on at Sturgis. I was like, people getting arrested for just weird stuff, and it's because they were making all that money for that week to pay for the rest of the year for the cops and stuff. Like,
well, I'm gonna put it to you like this: I cannot go. I'm married. I would be black and blue the time I come back.
well, I don't know if it's still the same way, you know, because
from what I've seen, it is.
Yeah, I don't know. When I was there, it was like clothes were optional for the most part, and nothing was done about it because there was no kids around.
Yeah,
it's an adult thing. It's like people complain, you know, they go and bring their kids to the bar and stuff, and then they complain that people are carrying on at the bar. It's like, why you bring your kid? Now I can't say anything because my dad and my grandpa took me to the bar all the time, but they didn't complain about, you know, a lady jumping up on the bar dancing or something like that.
Oh, I bet not. But I can't even go back to Myrtle Beach now. We went down there one time, and I'm gonna tell you what, the people at that time, and it's been quite a few years ago. All right, a guy stumbled up on the sidewalk, and they had police carts, like golf carts, but dressed up. Man, they grabbed him and threw him in the back and took him off to jail because he stumbled.
Yeah.
Them cops down there don't play. I'm gonna tell you
No.
that now. So, and Sturgis from last time I saw a clip on Sturgis, a certain group was up there trying to change them, and that was it for them.
Oh, that's cool. Yeah, when I actually because I was in Box Elder Job Corps when I was 16, and we went to Sturgis. There's a park there. I don't know, but we built the bathrooms, at the park. It was just made out of block and everything. Nothing special or anything, but that's how we learn, because I went the first time when I went in as actually I went in for mechanic, and then it was boring as heck because I already knew most of the stuff. So I transferred to bricklaying, and I went completely through the whole course. And then the last part of the course was welding, because you had to cut rebar and stuff like that, and to make foundations and stuff. And I fell in love with welding, so I transferred to welding. And when I was still doing the bricklaying stuff, we went and did a bathroom at the park, and we also went to a school and put tile in the bathroom and the kitchen. And so I may have seen your husband, who knows, because we went to the school and put white tile.
Robert, you're probably right.
Yeah, I never got to do any hunting or anything, but I would have, because I seen plenty of game, because you're out in the boonies at Nemo, South Dakota. You're in the boonies. I think you have to walk like 40 miles to get to. Well, there was a little town that had a I think a bar and a little market, and that was it.
Yeah, I'm dead after 39 and a half miles.
But the thing is, like, Sturgis was a good ways away, but if you walked on the road, I just said, well, I know it's that direction. I just cut over a couple of hills, and well, the hills are a little big, but some of them I had to climb up, like I was rock climbing or something, but the majority of it wasn't too bad. And because Sturgis was a main thing, there were so many people that went AWOL from Job Corps, and everybody went hitchhiking down the road to get there. And they knew they were going, everybody knew that way. So they took vans out and picked them up one after the other. And I was the only one that actually made it there and stayed there for the weekend. I ended up, getting picked up the second night or third night, something like that. But I had a 6-pack. And the thing is, they confiscated it, but I did get it back. I got a 6-pack of Budweiser that was black cans, and it just had Harley Davidson on it, and it had the date and everything. And when I got kicked out of Job Corps, I wasn't a good person back then, but I got kicked out, and I got to take it with me, even though somebody took 2 of the beers. I was pissed. I said, I came in here with a 6-pack of this. Well, I don't know what happened to it. Yeah.
Yeah, you do. You got thirsty on the way.
Yeah. Yeah, Sturgis. Well, back then it was. I don't know how it's grown quite a bit. The outskirts, because I forget what the show was that. Because it used to be just where the main street was, and that's what Sturgis was. And then he started moving it out toward the. I think it's the east side of town, and they bought the property around there, and that's where they started building those bars and weird stuff where they sling people across the thing and stuff, bungees and all kinds of weird stuff that they were doing.
Now that sounds like
show. I forget what that show was called.
I got a question. Have you talked to 101 lately?
No. I'll probably message him and see what's up. Usually if I don't talk to him in a week or something, because usually he'll message me about something. Did I hear this, or 101?
Yeah.
But if I don't hear from him for a while, then I almost have to check on him.
Well, now I've messaged him 2 or 3 different times, and he's not got back with me. And Lake said that she's talked to him. How's he doing? I mean, is everything okay with him? I may end up calling him up and getting him out of bed after the show tonight.
Yeah. Oh man, I can't.
Ooh, really?
No, it wasn't Fear Factor. It was, and it was a bar, and they made buku money, and they had bands that would play out there, and they'd set up these little portable bars that these girls in the skimpy outfits and stuff would make thousands of dollars a night for tips and whatnot.
Wait a minute. Has he got one on the side? Would you go in there? And I'm not gonna say nothing else about that. No, Tammy is another person we know. We nicknamed 101.
What?
Oh, really?
Yeah, flooding happens about every so many years. I'm not saying it's, it could be, caused from something, but you remember when Mississippi used to flood all the time, and you don't see that much anymore. I think the fact of it is where it used to flood, it now goes down south more, because you don't see the Mississippi flooding over anymore like it used to. I remember when it would flood for hundreds and hundreds of miles, and
I did too.
Yeah, it was a horrible thing.
Now, the last I heard about the Mississippi River, it was drying up.
Yeah.
has it filled back up or is it still low?
It's probably filled back up quite a bit here lately, but I haven't checked, you know, what it's
Right
at
here
now.
lately.
Yeah. But you remember when they widened it out and they built levees and stuff and to keep, because it was a thing that happened almost every year. You would hear about, you know, Mississippi flooded over and broke through the levee and this and that. Well, it started, you noticed down south, it started flooding more. I'm not saying that's what it's from, but who knows?
Yeah. Now I haven't paid no attention to that part right there. But I will tell you this right here. North Carolina, where we're at right now, has got to be one of the wettest seasons in quite a few years. I cannot recall having this much rain in one summer because normally by now we are hitting our dry season. Our grass is crunchy. You know, shit, we still got to mow our grass at least twice a week.
Well, that is true. You know, and a lot of people are saying this is why there's more flooding now. Again, they forget about the 70s and 80s when there was massive floods in the United States. But trees, you know, hold back the soil and stuff, because what happens, like if you take a bottle or a glass of water that's half full and you put half of it with soil, what happens to the water? It doesn't soak up the soil. The water rises and overflows. And that's the same thing what happens with, you know, you cut all the trees down for whatever purpose, and the soil goes into these waterways and stuff, and it raises the water. It makes sense. I'm not saying that's what it is, but it makes sense. Yeah, and there's some places that, you know, you're lucky you see rain for once a year.
Yeah, look at the desert. It don't rain there but once a year.
It depends what state you're in, Robert. Hey, Dana. Good to see you.
Well, good evening, Miss Dana.
Hello, Miss Dana.
Oh, I think the stock market was up again, wasn't it?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Give it a couple months, see where it is.
Yeah. I think toward the end of the year we're going to start seeing something come about. Something's going to happen.
I don't believe it's going to take that long. But it seemed like everything I've said that's going to happen this year has not happened.
I saw where BlackRock had one investor. I think he pulled 46 billion or 46 million in one shot.
God.
And it put them all in a panic.
Well,
that's a lot of money to liquidate in a half hour, isn't it?
Well, did you see just XRP by itself? There's other ones that went crazy, but before the bill for crypto, XRP was at two something, the low end of two something. It already went up $1. Let me go check today. Yeah, it's at 355 at the moment. Never mind, 356. It just went up, which is quite a bit. In the last 7 days, it's went up 20%. Some of these, I'm just loving it, but then again, I almost want to get out of it, and right now would be the perfect time, because at one point it was so low I was taking a loss, but now it. And again, I started this with $10, and after I made $10, I put the other profit into another one, and then after that made some money, then I put it into another one. So if it all crashed, I would only lose $10. But at this point, it's going good. What else did I see? Oh, I made a video earlier. I was trying to hurry it up because I was getting ready for the live. And I'll probably put it out tomorrow. It's Italian cucumber and tomato salad. Really, really good. I made it last year and ate it up really quick.
You know, it's going to seem weird me going live again after all these months.
Yeah, I imagine I'll probably get a call Wednesday morning. How do I set this up?
You're probably right.
Where do I go on YouTube to set this up? No, it's StreamYard.
Now, you know, I didn't call you up last time I'd done that.
Well, that's been a long time.
But you're getting ready for it. Just in case.
Oh, no, never mind. I'm talking two different sources at one whack.
Uh-oh.
I can't say nothing on the other one.
Oh, I've got a very, very important announcement. Very important announcement and this goes for people who are over 50.
So that leaves me out of the
Yeah, me too. I'm definitely over 50.
No, I'm not qualified to answer that question.
Oh, I forgot what I was going to tell you.
Now you're over 50.
He ain't far from my age.
I'm
the oldest one up here.
I seen this old guy and he was serious. You know, he was really putting it on, and I'm listening and listening. He goes, "Oh, I forgot what I was going to tell you."
Oh, I got one for you. The Seven Dwarfs had a hot tub put in.
Good thing Jim ain't here.
They were all in the hot tub and everything. So Dopey started feeling a little bit sleepy. So Sleepy got up and left. You named a Chihuahua after me. I am privileged.
What'd you have to eat tonight, Jeff?
What did I eat?
Anything you can find tonight.
It's one of those anything you can find nights.
Oh, okay.
It's called mystery stew.
No, it didn't even go to stew.
You had sausage today. Sausage.
That was it. That was
I had a
lunchtime.
late lunch, so I haven't had dinner.
Yeah, I had my lunch at about an hour. What's 3 hours ago? Jeez, it was that late ago? Gee.
I had a couple of sausage croissants, but that's about that's it. That's all I've ate today. And that was homemade sausage.
I got this roast, and I split it up to where into two steaks.
Nice.
That way, I save money that way.
Dude, come summertime, we very seldom cook.
I did
And
a
it's
pork tenderloin the other night for my father and my brother. I think it was Hormel. It's already pre-seasoned and it's in
Oh,
a
yeah.
brine.
oh yeah.
God, that thing came out great.
You know, I was looking at the salmon, and because I was like, "Ooh, I need to start eating more fish and stuff."
Mhm.
And I was looking at salmon, and I'm like, "Well, I'm gonna look at the." I looked at the ingredients because it should just say salmon. Well, do you know that the salmon in the store is colored? It's been dyed.
No.
Yeah. If you look at the ingredients, it should just be salmon. It's just a slab of meat, you know. Should just be salmon. And there's a bunch of ingredients, and I looked up the ingredients, and because it's, you know, weird names for it and stuff, and it's to dye the fish, so it looks nice and pink and red. And I'm like,
Damn,
But
it's
it's to keep it in a fresh looking state. That's what.
Yeah.
time
yeah. And I'm like, no, might as well get it in a can. At least it just says salmon on the can.
so far.
Yeah. How many of you when you go to buy milk? It should just say milk, right? How come there's like 20, 30 ingredients for milk that just comes out of a cow? No.
See, the bad thing about it is we've let them get away with it.
Yeah. Yeah.
Now that we're talking about it, we get shut down.
Yeah. There's you know, I was on this kick with the eggs years ago, not eating the yolk part, only eating the whites, you know. I'll make an omelet with the whites and this and that. So you look at I looked at the ingredients on, you know, the cartons of egg whites, and it should just say eggs, egg whites, you know, but no, there's a long list of ingredients in there. I'm like, for what?
To preserve it. It's
Yeah.
on a shelf. It's in a package. It's not like it's
and to make it to double its size and stuff, they'll add water and then they'll add a thickener to make it more like the egg should be.
Yeah. But yeah. I mean, let's face it, we don't like it. Straight up, plain and simple. But what can we do about it? Everything you buy now has got some type of poison in it, and I'd say it like that. You know,
Yeah.
about the only thing, well, that's got poison in it too, raw peanuts.
Well, yeah, you want to get technical. They say 98% of anything grown in the ground now has that PFAS
Yeah.
stuff in it, because you
So how
can't get rid of it.
how you going to get around it? You can't. So
You
just
can't.
go ahead, eat it, and carry on.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Nowadays, water is so recycled that, like, if you live in a city or something, or even bottled water for that matter, um,
Oh, I got
and I
something
would
to say about
suggest people getting one of these water testers, because even
yeah.
bottled water, because I know somebody that lined up, they got 10 different kinds of bottled water, and there was one water that was drinkable. The rest was, questionable.
Well, that's what I was going to say because what I've seen, you can go. All right, let's use Walmart for an example. Duh.
Ugh.
Yeah, pick you up about 4 or 5 different name brands. Pick the bottle up and shake it. See if anything's floating around in it. I guarantee you it is.
Well, that's the thing. It's even if you don't see anything, it's what you don't see that's in there.
Oh, from what I've seen, no, you can see the stuff floating around in there. They're not trying to hide it no more.
Oh yeah, yeah, and it's they've said that there's no way to get rid of it. You can't burn it. You can't filter it. It's it's a forever chemical. You Until they figure out a way to to get rid of it, we're stuck with it. And yeah, being a fireman, you were probably exposed to a lot more than what we were, or we
Well,
are, especially that foam stuff.
yeah.
Well, one of them, just I can't remember which one it is, but um, hey there, Lake.
Hi.
Hello.
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 You got to be careful. That just water. You never know what kind of gals are in there messing with that.
Like, ha ha ha.
Well, and believe it or not, this stuff actually is safe for drinking. The water, and this is spring water. It's not the drinking water. There's actual drinking water that they sell too. It's actually cheaper, but I like the spring water better.
Yeah,
Um,
we've got
and it's
water.
fine.
Yeah.
Which
You
I was
gotta watch.
surprised, because it's so much cheaper than all the other stores.
You got to watch out for that Will Smith brand water too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Don't drink the just water. I'm just cluing you in now, but this one's okay.
I
Yeah.
haven't tried that one.
Yeah, this one comes from the Adirondacks too.
Oops.
But I can tell you that no one's getting to this water.
See, that's the reason.
There's
I haven't.
always somebody upstream now.
Yeah.
You never know who's climbing up that mountain.
Relieving
I
him.
get no brain up that
You never know who's gonna come along confiscating.
Right. Allegedly.
Allegedly, yeah. We're not sure.
I gotta put that word in my vocabulary.
Oh goodness. Oh, they want me to show it again. Good lord. Okay. It's Nirvana.
Not the band.
Yeah, not the band.
Right?
And there's the history.
Smells
can
like
look
tea
it up.
water.
You can look it up on the web.
Oh, I guess I could do this, huh?
I guess so. Yeah.
Constant 42 degrees.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, good. You froze right there.
Did I really? Awesome. Yeah, I know. I can't
Well,
keep it
look at it
straight.
like this. If y'all want to eat fish, Lake can catch some good sized catfish.
I do. All right, I gotta get rid of this camera.
Oh,
Uh-oh.
That was me.
Oh,
Yeah, I got a tank
that's
top on and I'm just uncomfortable. I need a t-shirt. uh,
Robert wants to know, is there a bottled water company called Coldplay?
there is it Coldplay or is it Cool Play, the band?
See, I don't know.
I like that song Yellow.
just hope sure your water ain't yellow.
What's that ammonia smell coming out of that water?
It smells like Team Spirit.
No, goodness. No, but that spring water, depending on how it's sprung, it's natural, and that God made
That's
these
the way it's
really
supposed
cool
to be.
ways. Yeah, He made
Yeah.
these really cool ways during history of all kinds of geographic happenings.
I forget where they
Like
said
during
this
the
was
Ice
from.
Age and stuff like that, where water just filters itself.
Yeah.
Yeah, you don't need all these cool brands and factories. Like,
Well, stop and think about it. The filters,
Just like osmosis.
what are they made out of?
plastics, nylons. Seriously,
Yeah.
I quit wearing nylons.
I could do better with a pair
I
of
hope
pantyhose
so.
and some sand.
Oh my God. You better not bring that up when Jim gets up here.
Yeah. He'll be asking you about what size and everything that you should get.
Yeah, really.
We're already done for.
Well, see, you find your biggest pair of pantyhose, so it'll fit over a 5-gallon pail or like a 55-gallon drum.
Damn, that's a big person.
They're made to
boy.
stretch, Jeff.
Yeah, the reverse osmosis is good, but again, how do you clean the PFAS out of when you're using that product
Right.
to clean
Well,
it?
For somebody who owns a reverse osmosis system, I can tell you over time you get depleted of your natural minerals. Because reverse osmosis literally takes almost all of the minerals out of your water, and your body needs them naturally. So reverse osmosis is not the answer long term.
Yeah,
That's because I'm a water dork.
I learned all that because of the reason why most people can't handle the carnivore diet is because you can't drink anything but water, and they go to the store and they buy these bottles of water and stuff, and there's nothing in it. It's just liquid, just for hydration, because they've boiled and they've sanitized and chemicalized the water so much there's nothing in it. So you're only eating meat, so you're not getting any of that other minerals that you need. That's why the salt, the Celtic salt that I get, and I also get these little packets. Well, I'm actually still talking to this company, electrolytes and stuff,
They're pretty
about
good.
them sponsoring me. I talked to the lady that was there. She was just low on totem pole and stuff, and told them they'd be willing to work with content creators and stuff. So we'll see.
And we had our reverse osmosis because of certain fish that we carried for a long time. And eventually, after so many months, you had to replace the minerals back into the water. Because with water changes, they were discus fish, by the way. So discus need that kind of water, but eventually it depletes the whole tank of those minerals.
Yeah, there was a recall on Redmonds not too long ago, so you have to make sure you didn't have the Redmonds that was recalled. And that's the thing. It sucks is you don't know. You could get like a 10-pound bag of Redmonds and be almost done, and then find out, oh, there was a recall on it. If you find out.
What can you buy now that's not being recalled?
Yeah. Well, sometimes the recalls are something silly, like, oh, they forgot to put this label on there. Because
you know it's going to be bad if they recall the recalls.
Well, they'll it'll be butternut crunch or something that you can tell that it has nuts in it, or they'll have peanut butter, and they don't put the label on there. This thing, if you have a nut allergy, could be bad for you. You know that thing.
Yeah,
it's like, duh, it's peanut butter. You know, some things you would think it's. Why would I eat it if I've been allergic to nuts my whole life? Why would I eat it? Oh, there was a label and they told me it's silly.
You never used to hear about all these allergies and stuff years and years ago. I mean, we
Oh,
had
I
a
know.
couple of people in school, but you rarely heard of it. Nowadays, it's like 10 kids out of a class of 30's got this problem.
Yeah.
It makes you wonder why.
Tammy, I'm close to it.
Fell arm a cracking.
But Tammy says she hadn't been recalled yet.
Yeah, the guy I had talked to about this, he said he actually drinks carbon. And he says he's been the most healthiest he's ever been since he's been drinking carbon. And that wasn't the first person when I talked to out there.
We filter our water with carbon.
There was another guy that was trying to talk to me about cover crops and stuff, and he says the stuff that he had carbon in it, and he showed me his bottle, and he says I drink the same carbon every day, and and I'm not medically talking about this, but he had the C thing, not the 2020 thing, but the C thing that people pass from and stuff, and it got rid of it. Not saying that it was true or anything. It's just what he said. Because we're so stripped from that because we used to drink from rivers and stuff before, they take everything out of it. And nowadays we're missing all this kind of stuff.
What was it? I don't remember what year it was. Maybe it was the 60s. Maybe it was even earlier than that, when Kellogg started coming out with cereals, and they started putting the stuff in those a long time ago. That was actually one of the first companies that started doing it. And then they're like, whoa, in every box, we're going to give you a coupon, because apparently bananas are a good source of potassium, which, just so you know, they're not completely. Anyways, yeah. But they started selling this stuff because, come on, you got to get those kids out the door to school. You got to get that man and that woman out there to go to work. Yep, that was ushering in all that.
Yeah.
Shit, I give my youngins a handful of chocolate and send them to school. Let the teachers
Probably better than that Kellogg cereal. And don't get me wrong, I love my cereal, but it goes
Well,
back
now,
so far.
I like cornflakes with bananas in it, but I got to put my own bananas in there,
Yeah.
you know, or I put my own fruit in my cereal. I'll put it like that.
Nice. We've been growing the black raspberries and putting that on cereal. Those are real good.
The only time I got black raspberries is picking them off of the bushes on the way to school.
Yeah.
Yeah, we've got them growing all over the woods. So we took some plants and put them like up by our house because they grow naturally.
Who sneezed?
Bless you, Eric.
Did I sneeze?
I don't know. It sounded
I
like
didn't
it.
sneeze.
Look
No,
into
it's this thick weather down here. It's like soup.
Yeah, I've been wanting to do the coleslaw thing, but the cabbages are like this little softballs, and I'm like, I'm not going to buy like 10 of them and have to grind all that up. I'd rather get one big head of cabbage. I should have grew cabbage this year, but I went nuts with
Well, I'm
peppers and
glad
stuff.
you didn't because we're growing cabbage again this year, and our heads are little, and some of them aren't even heading it out at all. But in the grocery store, they got big heads.
Yeah, mine last year was huge.
Yeah.
I went to the place out of town, and theirs are a lot better, but they were really dried out. They've been sitting next to the road too long, so I didn't bother with them.
Yeah, our cabbage is being slow this year. Our weather's been weird though.
I do know one thing though. I'm gonna have to come that guy with that fertilizer. Oh man, that stuff is so good. I'm like shocked how my stuff is growing.
You two
I had
together and
three cucumber plants that grew up the trellis that have knocked the trellis down and is growing out in the yard.
Beautiful.
I mean, I'm so many cucumbers. It's not even funny. My tomatoes are 9-10 feet tall. My paste tomatoes one of them had fallen over. I went and got two more T-posts to put in. The other ones are growing over the okra because okra starts out really slow until it gets to a certain stage and then it goes crazy. So I'm having to tie them back so the okra can grow over them. I mean, and it's just 3 plants, and it's bushed out to where it looks like it's shrubbery. It's crazy.
Nice.
Trying to find the mic on this thing.
Josh and I were talking about our garden this year, and I don't know if it was just because we had so much rain in the beginning of the spring, all through the spring, the whole beginning of summer. I think what we need to do is start letting some areas lie and moving our crops next year, planting tomatoes where we never have, planting, you know what I mean, so forth, because this year has just been, don't get me wrong, we're getting a lot of produce. However, the plants don't look as good as they have in the years past.
Yeah.
It's the worst they've ever looked, actually. And they're just not growing as good as they normally do. And you've seen our gardens over the years. We do pretty well. And this year, I'm just going to be honest, it's just not there for us this year. And
that's what I thought is I wasn't going to do any good this year because of no rabbits. So when I started using this fertilizer, and I was, it's fertilizer, but all this is all natural stuff. It's not the chemical crap that they give you now.
Are you and that guy gonna do that soil thing together, or that fertilizer thing?
That's what I used out there, and
Nice.
it went crazy.
Is it a mixture of y'all's both, or just yours?
No, this is all his.
It's
He
all
gave me
his?
all the, well, most of you can't see because it's
Yeah.
green.
It's see-through.
But this is some of the stuff that's in it. His dad started this, and his dad was using the carbon, and that's the thing. He uses two different types of carbon that goes into the soil. One is fast acting because it's ground real fine, and
Yeah.
the other one is set to where it'll start breaking down after a week or so. So it's just not boom, one and done in it.
If you burn wood and then stick it in like a really airtight tin container and then chop that all up and put that in your soil.
Well, that's technically you don't burn it. You put the wood chips, actual wood, in an air, and it's not technically airtight because it would actually cause an explosion. There's an air hole at the top where the gases leave.
Okay.
And once all the gases are burned off of it, that's what the charcoal is.
Okay, and that like creates like a carbon dioxide in there, right?
Well, it's actual. You can run motors on it. It's actual gas.
That's so cool. Not
Yeah.
not like bear's gas.
Huh?
Not like bear's gas.
No, not quite.
Yeah, his is more dangerous. just ask Dixie.
You don't have to agree.
But I did actually have bug issue this year with the eggplant, but usually do though with eggplant because there's this little bug that eats the little holes in them and stuff. But
kind of like a squash bug, but a different one for eggplant.
Oh, they're wee little things that eat it.
We didn't plant any eggplant this year.
I thought all bugs were squash bugs.
Yeah.
And again, they're green, so you won't be able to see all of it. That's the guy right there.
Cool.
But he does, and his grandson is making the website. So he might not have the website. I mean, there is a website up, but again, he's not selling it. He goes around to farmers and stuff, and he has a greenhouse area where he dumps the materials to make this, and he mixes it right there, and he packages it right there and everything. He sells, and his family is one of the biggest dairy farmers here around.
Nice.
That has really good milk that is less processed than anywhere in the state.
Right.
Yeah.
It's like this, like our.
Yeah, I took the label off of it, but
oh, I love that. That looks like an old milk bottle shape. And
I was actually scared drinking the milk because being on carnivore, I was like, I don't know how this is going to turn, how my stomach's going to agree with this or not. And didn't even bother me
No.
because it was not pasteurized to
Right.
death. Yeah.
It didn't have all those hormones and whatnots in it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And he says the field that the cows that they get the milk from, he fertilizes with his fertilizer, and it's all natural. And he's a very religious man. So when I get him up here, he talks about, he actually took a spoonful, opened the bag, and ate it right there. His teeth turned black and everything, but yeah. He said, "Oh, now I have to go brush my teeth again."
And correct me if I'm wrong, but you said that this was passed down to him from his father?
Parts of it.
That's so cool.
Parts of the fertilizer. And then, because his dad had the SO40 or SO4 stuff. Or no, was it the 98? I think it was the SO. And because he showed a bottle of it, and it's the pelletized stuff, and he improved on it, and that's what he says. He said nowadays the stuff they want you to put on for fertilizer and this and that, it's not to grow stuff, it's to kill the soil.
Mm-hmm.
And he says there's no need to kill the soil, because the soil is, you want it alive. You want to constantly feed it to where it's thriving and stuff.
Right, like amending your soil, not kill the soil.
Well, that's what the fertilizer does.
Yeah.
Once it's released in this, it goes straight to the root, and then whatever's left in the soil kills it.
Mm. Did you hear about the soil in the lizard tank, where we've got it as its own little ecosystem now? It does. It's got, I call them little roly-polies, but there's like all kinds of little bugs in there that actually eat the poop.
Oh, yeah.
And there's snails in there, which I don't know if people know this, but snails are poop eaters. And that's how naturally outside, like when a deer takes a dump in the woods, you got all the cleanup crew. So that's what we've done in our lizard tank. And Allie and I were pretty proud of that the other night when we saw that happening. Hope that wasn't too gross. It's just really cool.
I'm just mortified.
No, you're not.
Yeah.
No, but soil is important, if it can take care of itself and keep feeding itself, and you got things to take care of other things in there, it's like an ecosystem, and that's what you do. And when your ecosystem gets harmed or poisoned or deplenished, then you got problems.
Yeah, he did a study where he went in to a farm, and he grabbed some soil and took it home and did his testing on it, and he looked under it with a microscope and all this stuff in it. There's no movement at all, nothing there. He went and put the fertilizer in there and let it set for a week, and came back and looked at it, and it was just jumping around. Things were alive and stuff, and where it should be, the microbes and stuff. Yeah.
I mean, there's good bugs and there's bad bugs. There's good bugs and bad bugs. That's what I'm
Yeah.
saying. Yeah. You need the good bugs. It's just like your belly. When you take an antibiotic or something, it kills all that good bacteria.
Kills every bug.
Right. And it, not being horrible, but like both the front and the back of your body needs good probiotics.
No, Robert, do not fall asleep. I'm just.
He's watching you, Jeff.
Stellar likes turtles. Grace likes snails. Oh boy.
Escargot. Mm-hmm.
I don't know. The snails out of the water. You ever smell them things? They smell like poop.
Mm-hmm. That's because they've been eating it.
Yeah, I know. And then you're gonna go and eat escargot. I never understood it.
Mm.
Steph Richard. Hello, everyone today. Hello.
That's such a fun. Stiff Richard and Limp Larry.
Oh, Lord.
Poor Jim.
He's missing out on everything.
Well, were you here? I don't know if you were here. Well, I think it was Friday's live. Yeah.
I wasn't there.
No, I wasn't.
I had said, goodbye and everything, and I hit the button, and then Jim just blurts out and he starts with his story about something, and it just cuts him right off and ended the stream.
Oh no.
And I said, I thought you seen it was counting down.
Oh, that's funny. Poor Jim. He's a good egg though. He always laughs about it. It's funny.
Yeah. Yeah. After the kitty cat was over, he was sitting there cracking up laughing. He said, I got cut off.
Oh goodness. So your title of your live.
Yeah.
There's a lot of them.
Yeah, and I believe it's going to get worse, especially with the bill passing, and a lot of this is going to take effect toward the end of the year type thing. And people are already complaining, even though they're getting buku monies of food stamps and everything. They're already complaining, oh, my family's going to starve and this and that. And the majority of the people who are complaining are the people who are lifetime members of welfare.
Right. The ones that wouldn't mind living off the government and think that maybe like socialism is a good idea.
Yeah.
That type. That's like a real, I've been hearing about that more and more. These younger people, like they wouldn't mind living like that. And I'm like, I don't think you really understand completely what you're talking about.
Yeah. One little thing that, you try to convince them or educate them. Say, they tell you have to dress a certain way. If say you're talking to a woman, oh, women are not allowed to wear pants anymore. They have to wear dresses or whatever the case may be, because they have to, it's a government law that they have to be able to tell if you're a man or a woman, or, and when they pass this law, if you're caught wearing pants, then you don't get paid for that month of your aid. That's what that is. And
wow.
That kind of suck. That would suck, wouldn't it? Oh, I guess, yeah, it would suck. And I said, well, maybe you ought to do some research on it.
Right. Rethink what you're thinking or something.
Yeah.
Boy, it's frustrating. And they're so angry.
Hey, there's DDM.
Hey, Josh.
I know that guy.
Me too.
He's a good guy.
That guy was really struggling last night. He's got what I've had for
Oh boy.
Yeah. It's weird though, because it's like just a sore throat, a little bit of cough. Well, for
The
me,
vacation,
a lot of it.
We call that the vacation funk.
I don't
Almost
know.
like
Like it was kind of like an allergy induced weirdness.
almost like a dustiness.
Yeah, it doesn't feel like an illness.
Yeah.
It just feels like an allergy, and you get real tired. I don't know. It's really weird. It's just weird.
I never had the allergy things.
You're lucky. I was born with
Wow.
allergies.
Dana just kicked Josh 100 to 906 miles away.
Wow.
It didn't take long, did it?
You're
Whoa, I kicked Bigfoot, Dana says.
Now, who's got the Bigfoot?
right.
Dana might have
You've
bigger.
been waiting on him.
She kicked you 900 and what? 6 miles?
Six.
away.
Yeah.
Wait a minute, 3
They both
miles.
ended up. It says they ended up.
Dana's got a
Wow.
good kicker.
Grace kicked Phil R. McCracken so hard he ended up 634 miles away.
Oh, goodness.
That's almost the size of some states.
Wow, everyone's getting kicked.
Rhode Island.
Yeah, I remember the first time going through Rhode Island. Where you get the sign "Welcome to Rhode Island," and it seemed like it was like 10 minutes, and we were
Leaving
to the other side, and I'm like, where did the state go?
Yep. Used to go there every year.
Phil R., you did miss me saying hello to you. I was like, hey, Phil R. McCracken, hello. And then I've also mentioned you in other aspects. Yes. Sorry.
Well,
Josh was telling
Robert
me.
just
Look
kicked.
at
Robert just kicked Dig Deep for 678 miles.
Boy, Josh is getting beat up tonight.
So he's almost back home.
Yeah, really.
I think it's like 630 some odd miles, right? 638 to be exact. You do the raw garlic thing, right, Bushcraft?
The what?
Garlic.
Oh,
for
yeah.
allergies and cold. Well, sorry, you don't get
Well,
allergies, but
No, if I'm around a bunch of people and they're all, sniffling and sick, I'll eat my fermented garlic. But usually I don't touch it. Because technically you should let your body deal with the stuff, but if you're going to be around, sick people or germy people, then you want to get a little boost.
yeah. I used 2 big bulbs of garlic in my sauce last night that I made. Like, I don't even know how many little, things of garlic that was, but it was 2 whole bulbs. I didn't even count the little petals. Well, they were big petals.
Oh boy, sorry, Jeannie.
Did you guys see how I made that sauce last night?
Oh, that's
Yeah,
just
that looked
wrong.
great. Yeah,
Hey, with what?
she's never going to be the same after that.
No.
Yeah.
Oh, man. Josh,
I'm
did you
sorry.
see that?
COVID test.
You're gonna need more than that.
Ah,
That would be worse, I do believe.
Yeah, and I want to do this Latin American sauerkraut. I want to do that one too. It's 2 or 3 large heads of cabbage, shredded carrots, chopped onions, tablespoon of oregano, 12 teaspoons of red pepper flakes, and salt. And it's better to use when you're doing sauerkraut and stuff. It's better to put other vegetables in it, because each vegetable will ferment in a different way, and it actually speeds up the fermenting process too. But like cabbage will work on one part of your body, and the other vegetables will do other jobs. So you'll have, instead of just having one thing in your body, you'll have multiple. And it's amazing how different vegetables will do different things
Which
in the ferment process. Huh?
Put a little bit of cayenne pepper in there with it.
Well, actually, it's really good to put not the pepper, but the actual, not the dry part of it, but the actual pepper in there. Because the process of fermenting will actually speed up the fermenting process of everything else. Like the coleslaw that he made. Oh man, that coleslaw was so good, and they make barrels of it. They have a restaurant, and they'll make barrels of fermented coleslaw.
And real coleslaw is supposed to have like a crunch to it. It's not supposed to be mushy.
Oh yeah, and that's the thing. This coleslaw doesn't have any, like vinegar or anything. It's the fermented juices of the vegetables.
Right. I like carrots in mine.
Yeah.
Yep. The coleslaw is good, but like, what is it? Sauerkraut. That's what's supposed to be not like. It's supposed to be crunchy still. It's not supposed to be like mush.
Yeah.
When you buy sauerkraut, like in the store, it's like mush.
Yeah, that's more of a. It's not a ferment. It's a pickling of cabbage, and they call it sauerkraut.
I think it was a couple of years ago I made sauerkraut. It turned out pretty good, but I'm not a sauerkraut eater like I used to be.
Well, you should just to get the bugs in your gut, because technically, if you don't have that stuff in there, that's where your illnesses come from, your gut.
Well, that's true. That's true. And if you get it from a store, the chances of it helping are just about slim to none.
Well, see, it's not fermented, because fermented is bad, because it's, they can't control it. Actually, I don't even know if maybe Tabasco. I don't even know if Tabasco is even fermented anymore.
I really like Tabasco.
Because that's all that is fermented hot peppers.
It's good. It's cayenne. Yeah. The best one's with cayenne pepper.
Right.
Yep.
Well, you can make it out of jalapenos too.
Yeah, I like that. Oh, I don't like those jalapenos though. I like the cayenne better. Those jalapenos, they make you hopping.
Yeah, I gotta get done. I got to can more potatoes up. Because all I did. Huh?
What juice are you putting in with your potatoes?
I didn't. They're dry canned.
Oh, are they?
Yeah.
I started watching it, but something come up and I did not get to see all of it.
Yeah, I blabbed too much in the video. I made it 45 minutes long.
I haven't. I'll be honest with you. I haven't finished watching it yet.
I was like, because I wanted to talk about different stages of doing this and doing that, and because like the canning part, so many people, and I've noticed other people doing it. They'll put the canner on there, and as soon as they turn it on, they put the jiggler up there. That thing is supposed to spray out steam for 10 minutes. 10 minutes. And then you put the jiggler on there, and then you adjust the temperature at the 10 pounds. Because it won't start jiggling until it gets a little bit above the 10 pounds, because that's what the weight is. And so many times I'll see people plop, they'll put I'm like, what are you doing?
Now, if I ain't mistaken, the reason it's steaming is to get all the air out of it.
Well, it's building up pressure, because that's what you need. You need the process of pressurizing those jars, because it's boiling all the stuff out of that jar and pushing all the. And I think I showed a video of Sarah talking about it, because when it's starting to cook, it's doing, the lid is doing this. It very, very, you can't hardly see it, but it's doing this on that jar. And then once it gets up enough pressure, it all that air's out, that lid sets down on it, and then you hear that pop.
Yep.
Yep. Yep.
And if you don't have that pressure, chances are you're not going to get a good seal. You're not going to have all reduced pressure in that jar, all that pressure taken out of that jar. So that seal is going to be less.
Yeah. Now, wait a minute. Life of Bobby, if you're not familiar with pressure canners, please do some research. There are some excellent ones out there. Then again, of course, there are some bad ones out there.
Oh, yeah.
And you can get a good one and not pay an absolute fortune for it, too.
Yeah.
Josh has used the same one now for years, and he cans more than anybody I know.
Just speaking of bad ones.
There's the man of the hour. We were just talking about you a bit ago.
Yeah, Jim the Big Walker.
I read Talker.
What?
Well, you probably do a lot of walking out there in that, from tree to tree.
Yeah, well, actually today, I'm glad it wasn't too bad. I just mowed.
Well, you probably should have put the big mower.
I'm using the Kubota with a Bevco 42-inch brush hog.
But they're pretty good.
The thing with if you don't wait that 10 minutes until you have and it's a steady stream, not little like that, steady stream, you're reducing the amount that you can. So if like potatoes are 40 minutes for a quart. So if I put it up there and it's going to take 10, 15 minutes, 20 minutes to come up to pressure, then that you're taking 10 minutes, 20 minutes off of the time the potatoes need.
Okay.
So that's, you have to have that steady stream come out of there for 10 minutes, and then you put the weight on there, or the jiggler.
I'll tell you the hardest thing there is when you trying to do all this by yourself. You got nobody to turn to or anything else.
Yeah.
And what I ended up doing was going to YouTube. That's how I learned how to can, was through YouTube.
And that, when I did this the other day, that was the first time I ever used an All-American canner. But I've seen it used so much because of Tammy from Rebel Canners and Sarah, I sat there and watched them do it every day, you know, when we're down there, and I just know, you know, and
Yeah.
so it looked like I've done it many, many times. And one thing that they keep forgetting is to bring oil, though, to oil the rim of the canner. But the thing is, all you just need is a metal spoon to pop it up.
What kind of oil?
Anything.
Anytime. Not motor oil now. Don't use that.
Well, you
Gotta
could.
use cooking oil.
I would use olive oil.
I use coconut oil because that's the only thing that was sitting right there.
Coconut and olive oil is good stuff.
Yeah.
And they both
Now,
have
there is
such
a
healing properties.
There is a question I've been wanting to ask. When you using your press stone canner, okay, normally you can pressure can, you know, pints on top of pints in them right there, as long as you're using the rack.
Yeah.
Can you put your quartz on the bottom, put your rack on top of your quartz, and then put pints on there and pressure can?
Depends what you're canning, because it's
Thing.
yeah, I know, but pints need less.
Normally, I mean, yeah, you're right. But if you got something in there, then go ahead and do them at the same time.
Well, that again, it depends what it is. There's some things that and I'm not sure what it would be, but like potatoes would be fine because it's 5 minutes, because pints is 35 minutes.
Right.
Quarts are 40, so 5 minutes isn't going to take it. But there are some things that it could do something to the jars, you know.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Now, I did find out from another person. Let's say, like down here, I pressure can at 10 pounds. Okay.
Yeah.
If I was to take it and bump it up to 15, what it would do, it would cook whatever it is that I'm canning a little bit more thoroughly. So to do it at 15, really not going to hurt.
Again, depends what it is.
Well,
because
anything is going to depend. But
yeah,
I mean,
the thing is, there's a temperature where you don't want to go above, and if your altitude is higher to where you're going to need to put a heavier weight on there, or the other way around, the temperature is going to go, it's going to like the 15 pound, the temperature won't go up as much. But if like me, if I'm here and I use the same canner and put it on 15, the temperature will be so much more because of the pressure. Because if like on the All American, they have the temperature up there too. So at a higher pressure, you're also going to have higher temps, and you could damage the pressure cooker depending on what it is. And also you have the pressure release valves, you know, the little rubber thing, because it's set at a certain pressure for your altitude. And if you raise it too much above you put too much pressure in there, it's going to blow. It could blow the release. Now, like for canning, there are some cases where, like canning milk, you normally you would be like in my area, it would be 10, but if you're canning milk, you drop it down to 5.
No,
For,
I mean, I wouldn't drop it down.
yes, you have to. And
Now,
again, milk is a rebel canning thing, so
right,
it's not
exactly.
blue book. But for
It's not FDA approved.
if you normally can at 10 pounds for milk, you have to drop it down to 5. Now it's totally different because you run it until it gets up to pressure, and I can't remember. I think it was 10 minutes or something like that. Might have been more than 10 minutes. I should know because I watched it enough. But
I'm thinking 10's right.
once it's done, you turn it off and you don't touch it. You don't open it up or nothing until you go over and touch the whole thing, and it's ice cold, like it hasn't been run. Even when the pressure's gone and it's back to 0, you still don't touch it, and then you take it out after it's cooled off.
Well, you bet. What you're saying is your best bet is once you turn it off, just let it sit till next morning or next day.
Yeah, that's usually what you do. You usually let it set in the pot, but you actually pick it up and take it off the heat too, which, yeah, again, it's a rebel thing. Just like the potatoes I did. That's rebel canning. Because again, normal way of canning potatoes is you boil them, and then you put them with the water in the jar, and then you can them. Well, mine don't have any water in it, so that's why they call it dry canning.
Now, the reason I parboiled mine was to get all the starch out of it.
Well,
I ran about
that's
2 or 3 times.
if you put cold water in the pot and let it set for an hour, and then take it and rinse it about 3 times, 3 times.
Yeah.
It takes all the starch out of it. And if you looked at the video, and I run my fingers across the pan, you can see the thickness of the starch at the bottom.
Oh yeah, yeah. Now, if you remember a while back ago, I showed you that I dry canned potatoes. What, 2-3 years ago? I won't do it again.
It was at least 3 years ago when you did it, I think. Yeah.
I won't dry can potatoes no more.
Why is that?
Because this year I still had some. Yeah, let me put it to you like this. I had to throw them out. It wasn't.
That didn't look right.
Right. They didn't look right. I would say, can them with chicken broth or something, like that.
Yeah.
I'm going to try that next.
Okay, here's a couple questions. What kind of butter did you put in them?
I didn't put nothing in them.
Oh, well, there you go. Never mind. The butter helps keep them, and and I've watched other people do this, and I see people getting this icky margarine crap and putting in there with them.
Yeah, that ain't real butter.
And and the thing is, you don't want to go to Walmart and get their butter, because they mix a ton of water, and it's not really clean water either. But
I need to make my own butter. But
yeah.
The woman I followed, and I said woman, lives in the same state that you do. I cannot think the name of her channel right off the bat. But she I think when I first started, after going through a bunch of them, there was about 3 different people that I followed. And you have talked to this woman.
In
Does it
Ohio?
make it
Yeah.
make?
No,
No.
not me.
She's in
That's-
Pennsylvania.
Okay.
Yeah.
Was it Rebel Canners?
No,
No.
she's in Michigan.
Okay.
Okay, I got a comment. I hate to change the subject. How do you remove a pinned comment from a video after a live stream?
You click on it
You click on it and unpin it.
in the chat, not on the screen.
It has to be yours though. Like you can't go click it and unpin somebody else's comment.
It's got to be in the chat, you said.
Chat
Sandy-
window.
Okay.
Yeah, you go to your
Sandy,
chat.
I wish I got into that before I pressure canned. She says she's afraid of pressure canning. She water baths.
Well, there's nothing wrong with water bath, and it just takes
No,
longer.
it just takes longer.
Yeah. And I was going to add comment to Grace. I haven't canned potatoes in a long time. My wife canned them before and did it the same way I did. Only I used pink Himalayan salt. We used some other kind of salt. I can't remember what it was, but I think it was 7 years, and the potatoes look exactly the same as. And again, it has to be good butter, because if you put the other stuff, other crappy butter in there, and the same thing with salt, it has to be good salt, not the girl in the dress with the umbrella, because that's
Now,
bad salt.
how much butter did you put in a quart of potatoes? A tablespoon or what?
About a teaspoon or so.
Okay.
I didn't measure. It was a tab of butter.
Okay.
And I've seen people say, "Oh, you got to put the butter at the bottom," and they say, when you put the salt, you don't put the salt at the top because it stays there. If salt stays there in the whole process, you didn't can right, because there is so much steam and stuff in there. Salt can't live in that, But way I always did it, I put the butter in and I put the salt on top of the butter to where when it melts, it goes down, it works its way down and it goes through the potatoes. And again, like I said, again,
I didn't use salt nor butter. I just
No,
put.
it says salty butter and no salt butter.
Oh, did you use? Dixon wants to know: did you use salted butter or non-salted butter?
for that,
Yeah.
non-salted, because I added salt to it.
And you used that pink Himalayan salt.
Yeah, and I'm not sure about that. So
Yeah, and reminder, when you use pink Himalayan salt, you don't need as much as regular table salt
yeah.
and even that coarse salt, the sea salt, like the white stuff. Sea salt, it's that coarse salt. You don't need much of that either. Like some people call it finishing salt.
Yeah, you can use ghee too. Ghee would work good with that because it's already been cooked down and stuff.
Can you use bacon grease?
I don't know. I was wondering. It would have to be bacon grease that doesn't have the preservatives and stuff in there, because you don't want that stuff in your food.
Well, we leave bacon grease out on the counter for up to 3 weeks without having to refrigerate it. And
Straight off the hog.
Well, that again, like the bacon you get at the store is injected with the other stuff, the icky stuff you want. You get the uncured, bacon that's just been rubbed down with salt and stuff. That's good stuff. That's good bacon grease.
Now when they salt the bacon down, I mean, is it a certain type of salt that they're using, or what?
Yeah, because again, the salt that you get that has the iodine and all that other crap in there, and it's been bleached and to make it look all nice and pretty white. That is bad salt. Even if just shaking it and putting it on your food, that stuff's bad for you.
Now, every canning station that I've come across, the number one salt they tell you not to use is iodized salt.
Yeah, you don't can with that at all. Yeah, that's good. That's some good stuff. That's that green Irish stuff or something like that. I think it is.
Thank you, B.
Irish butter.
Yeah, Aldi's actually has some good butter.
Yeah.
Walmart, no, not the Walmart brand. That
I wouldn't buy butter or meat or anything from there. No.
My wife likes the kosher salt.
And you can actually put bacon in the potatoes too.
Of course.
But it has to be bacon. It can't be the
imitation.
Well, no,
if it ain't real bacon straight off the hog, that's all an imitation.
Yeah.
I guess it'd be non-kosher.
Well, see, that's the thing. They say not to use it for canning, but I've used it in a lot of things, and because the main thing is that they say it makes everything cloudy. I haven't had that problem. I haven't had that problem yet.
I got hard water. If you don't put vinegar in your canning water, it will be cloudy.
No, that's on the inside of the jar.
Okay.
You know, like if you have green beans and you see cloudiness in there.
Oh, Lord have mercy. Now, I've got pure canning salt. Okay, that's what I use when I if I decide to put salt in it. Now, mind you, adding salt is not in the recipe. It's just for your taste only.
Some cases, yeah.
No, not in my case.
Well, like the potatoes, it keeps them from like shriveling up and stuff after a while. They'll kind of like you leave some home fries out in the skillet too long and they'll start shriveling. That's what the salt's for.
I'm gonna have to try me some more potatoes this go around and try it the way you just said it.
And I got from Needy Homesteader, and I talked to it's same recipe Make does. The salt and the butter.
That's who I was talking about. I said lives in the same state as you.
No, she lives in Pennsylvania.
I ain't talking about Make. I'm talking about Needy Homesteader.
She lives in Michigan.
Oh shit! I thought she lived in Oklahoma.
Oklahoma.
Oh, forget it. Never mind.
She's getting all around.
He's losing it.
What do you mean? I done lost it. But no, she was her TJ. This was well before I ever met up with Make. Linda, I can't think of her name now. But anyway, that was the main three I went by. And then I sat down. Now, Linda, she got some good stuff. If you like hot, spicy foods, Linda's pan. Is it Linda? No.
Is it the Linda that I did an interview with?
No.
Oh, because she did the, I think it was her that did the, when Needy Homesteader, we did a bunch of videos and sent to her so she can keep her channel going.
Yeah, I remember that. I forgot what state she was living in, but she ended up moving to the same state her daughter lives in, which I'm thinking is Arizona.
I don't know.
Let me see if I can.
And I think she just did a video. What did I know?
Well, now she did do a video. I seen it today for Thrive Life.
Yeah, that's her. That's her. She's in California.
That's her.
Yeah, she's in California.
She removed again then. Yeah. That's one I was following at the time. Matter of fact, that was before me and you ever met up.
Yeah.
If I remember correctly, Lake is the one that introduced us together.
Well, 101 technically.
Yeah, 101.
Josh followed Rose Red for years before he even started canning.
Oh,
But you know who
yeah.
he canned with over the phone? Actually, over the
Susan.
laptop. The first day he canned, him and TJ were in the kitchen.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was cool. And you know what? We ate it all, and here we are years later, and we're still good.
Yeah. Now, Rose Red was another one. But to get Pacific about it and to be right to the T, go with Rose Red. She don't do no shortcuts.
No, and you can't skip steps.
No, you cannot.
No.
Not in this.
From clean jars right down to the rim juice.
Yeah.
See,
I'm not the only one that does that. I know. I don't know if she got it from me or not, because I watched Sarah's video, or it was during the time she said rim juice, and I was like, I wonder if she's copying me or she's always done that.
It's forever going to be yours.
Yeah, might as well say that.
It made Josh and I giggle every time. Yeah, but that,
Well,
seriously, you can't skip that.
Oh no, because that cleans. It takes off the oil and whatever. And I seen somebody not do that, and they're using margarine, and they did it on the top of the jar to get the margarine to come off the spoon, and then they put the lid on. I'm like, what are you doing?
Goodness.
Oh, and it's people like that other people will follow and do the same thing, and they'll be the ones that get sick from it.
Right,
Yeah.
right. Yeah, see, I'm afraid. I'll assist Josh in canning, but y'all know I'm afraid of that canner. Like water bathing and dry canning is something different. However, I won't even go in that kitchen and get something that I need if he's canning in there. I don't know why, but he's a great canner. Everything from hamburger and stews and potatoes. By the way, we still have potatoes because I'm not a big canned potato person. So I don't know if those are any good because he did those 3 years ago.
Okay, another question right quick. When you've canned hamburger before, right,
Yeah.
Bush?
Yeah.
Okay, after you can it and you let it set up for a couple of months, when you go to pop the top, has it got a smell to it?
Yeah, it smells like hamburger.
No. It don't smell. It didn't smell like hamburger.
Well, it
But
should
I
smell
saw-
good.
Yeah.
That's what I thought.
Well, do you par? I don't know if they call it par. Uh, you know,
I know what you're saying.
par brown it or whatever you call it. You know,
Yeah.
it doesn't have to be fully done, just enough to where the grease comes off of it.
Yes, I've done that.
Okay. I'm not saying that's nothing wrong with it, because a lot of people just cram it in the jar and be done with it. But I don't like trying to cook a football,
Right. Yeah. Josh.
because you
Josh
got
Brown says.
you got to mush it up before you fry it and stuff.
Well, see, now that's what I done. I got it out. I cooked it, let's say 3/4, maybe more done. It was still pink. Okay. I put it in the jar after I mashed what grease was in it out,
Yeah.
you know, and then I put it in the pressure canner. Did he freeze again?
Yeah. Did you put seasoning in it?
At least that's a nice smile.
I'm gonna be straight up. I really don't put no seasoning or salt or nothing in mine, because when I cook it, that's when I put all my seasoning and everything in there.
Well, again, there are things that you do put in, and I don't know if it's sage or a bay leaf.
I didn't know.
There's one of those that is horrible. Oh, I think it's sage. Yeah. Tammy was talking about it, of doing canning sage or sausage, and if the sausage has sage in it, it'll smell horrible.
Yeah. Like I love sausage stage and like sausage stage stuffing, but I wouldn't put it in a can. That's
I had
something you
sausage
add
tonight
later.
with green
Now,
pepper.
see, you got to remember, when I first started this, it was what 2019 or somewhere along in there, and I'm having to find these people up on YouTube. It
Yeah.
ain't like putting it on and bam, there they are.
It's not
You know.
it's not easy going through the I don't want to call them wannabes, but you can tell the difference between somebody that
Knows what
cans
they
a lot.
talking about. Yeah.
Hold on.
Well, see, now that's what I'm talking about. Before I would try something, I would watch 4 or 5 different people. And then I'd start eliminating who I thought knew what they was talking about. That come up with Linda, TJ, the other lady,
Rose Red.
Rose Red, and one that lives in Michigan.
Uh-huh.
What do you
with
guys
her.
think?
Okay.
Is sea salt better than kosher?
I have
Yeah.
and I don't know if anybody else does this, but I get these leashes, dog leash.
Huh.
This is what I hold my lids or my rings,
I got a box.
and I hang them up, and I've got in the kitchen, I've got 3 of these, and I got probably 4 in the basement that are hung up.
It looks like a slinky almost.
Well, that'll help with airflow too, because they won't be sitting somewhere where they're going to get rusted.
And if you look at somebody that they open their drawer and then they have a few rings in there, they don't can that much.
Now hold up.
I think Sarah said she goes through over 1,000 jars a year.
Okay.
Or lids.
I ain't nowhere close to that. Matter of fact, I have slowed way down.
Well, see she has a big garden, and she everything that she harvests, and she goes to places and does this. And Tammy's the same way.
Yeah.
You
Now,
know,
what I was wanting for myself this go round this year, and I didn't do it for a couple of reasons, was tomatoes. Okay.
yeah.
I was wanting at least 24 plus tomato plants that really
You bet.
sprouted good. I was wanting to make my own salsa, my own tomato juice, and
Yeah.
so forth like that. But hey, things happen, you know.
Well, you can go to a farmer if you know a good farmer's market, you know, that comes from an actual farm.
Yeah, but the thing about it is, I got to have the money when I go.
Oh
I
yeah,
live off the government.
yeah.
Always broke.
But again, it's cheaper to do this. It's cheaper if you stretch it on out, you know, to where one person goes to the store and buys a jar of spaghetti sauce, and
Yeah.
if you have it twice a month or twice a week or something like that, and then you figure it out if you go to a farmer's market and you buy a bushel for $12. It's more sensible to make your own. Plus, you know what's in it.
Right. And that would mean you needed 104 jars of sauce if you ate it twice a week.
Now, Sandy M
Right,
says
yeah.
she's lucky. She canned 2 jars this year. Now, I will say this right here. We got a grocery store, Piggly Wiggly, duh. And a lot of the farmers will take a bunch of their, crops there and sell them. Last time I canned green beans, I got me, I'm going to say a bushel or half a bushel of green beans from Piggly Wiggly. I brought them home. I canned, 16 pint jars, green beans.
Yeah.
I got to get some more green beans. I think we got 1 or 2 left.
Yeah, I'm still waiting to find some good ones. The ones that I found out there wasn't that good.
Yeah.
I have another place that's I can go, but they usually charge a lot more.
They do.
But I have to get done with the potatoes first.
I'll tell you a secret. The best burger I've had, like the loose burger that you would do like anything with, is the burger that Bigfoot canned. I would open that thing up with it. Well, I had to open it up with like a spatula. You know what I mean? Like, the spatula with the slots in it. I just take one of those slots and put it over the jar and go.
Oh.
Yeah, so like pop open the can. But that burger that he does and the applesauce, it's probably my favorite. Allie likes the burger and stews. She doesn't even eat soup, but she'll eat the canned stews that he's does. It's just different than like.
Yeah, well, I didn't get to do the last couple years. I use after Thanksgiving, I'll go or after Christmas, I'll get a turkey, and I'll put it in the pressure cooker, frozen, and I run it for 45 minutes or to an hour, and you pick up the bone and all the meat just falls off the bone, and then you can all that, the broth, everything. And that's some of the best, like you put all the juice in with the meat, and that's some of the best turkey gravy and stuff. Oh man.
Yeah, especially like pot roast or a steak, hamburger, like chicken. I'm telling you, it tastes so good. Home canned meat is so good.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Now the pressure canner I got, it's got a cookbook with it. It tells you how to do a full-grown chicken in that thing.
Oh, you got a pressure canner cooker.
Okay.
So, but technically, you still can cook in a pressure canner. It's just you have to clean it a little different.
Yeah.
Like
It's a Walmart special.
Well, commercially, they cook the pink salmon that's in a can when it's in the can. And one thing I know, okay, around in my area, you know where the farmers market get their vegetables? They either get it from Philadelphia or they drive out to Lancaster. Unless you go to like a real farm around here, it's the same stuff the grocery stores have.
Oh yeah.
Last time I tried cooking something in a can was a can of beans. You learn. Don't do that.
Well, I've been wanting to can black beans. Black beans are not canned the same way as like pinto beans or kidney beans.
Kidney beans, don't you have to be careful with that because
I've got pintos, black beans, and kidney beans canned. I got navy beans canned. I love the navy beans.
I like the red kidney beans.
You gotta soak and then drain the water off and then you cook because there's something in them or on them, right?
Yeah.
That's like toxic.
Yeah.
Sandy too. Yeah, beans and bared beans. I don't know.
Well, they got bare beans out there.
Toot beans.
You know, beans have never done that to me. I like beans. It's never had a problem.
I wish I could say that.
What was it? Beans,
Dixie too.
Beans, the magical fruit. The more you eat, the more you toot. Is that the little saying when we were kids?
Hey, y'all, I tell you what, come on down here, give me a day notice. I'll fix you some beans. I guarantee you Josh will be chewing me out going up the road.
Josh loves beans.
You pre-cook meat. It's just a preference. So, like if you don't like chicken, if you don't pre-cook it, when you pressure can it or water bath, it doesn't look right. It looks. There's nothing wrong with it. It just doesn't look, and sometimes it doesn't smell good, even though it is.
Watching Josh do it, he browned his meat before he put it in the cans. Then pressure cooked.
Yeah, chicken you can kind of cook that too and can that. You don't have to, but I think it turns out better. And like hamburger, if you just put it in a jar and raw pack it, it's kind of hard. So you have to break it up to use it. Now, if you cook it, you take out a lot of grease, and you put it in. When you put it in the jars, and when you open it up, it just comes right out.
It's amazing. Burgers, or even sirloin burger, it's so amazing.
Yeah, and the water bath question, it's just double the time. Anytime, like if it's 90 minutes,
takes 3
for hamburger or whatever, then if you're going to water bath it, it's going to take 3 hours.
Yeah.
And with water bathing that long, you have to constantly keep an eye on it, put water in there.
Yes, you do.
That's the reason I don't like, and there's nothing wrong with it. It just I don't like having to babysit it that much. Even though the pressure cooker or canner, you still have to listen to it.
The only reason water bathing come about is because of Pioneer. See, they didn't have
before that. You know where it comes from?
Where?
And I only know this from because Tammy knows the history from it. a little short guy that used to put his hand in his jacket.
Okay.
Napoleon. That's where it comes from. So it's way before where everybody else thought it was.
Neat.
Huh, okay.
Yeah.
But anyway, that's the only way they can cook and keep meat like that.
Yeah.
You know, before pressure canning.
I don't know.
Pressure canning is a lot quicker. It can be dangerous if you don't know what you're doing. Water bathing, it's not as dangerous, but it takes longer.
Serious.
And after you water bath, it looks better by looks and everything.
Jeff, do you think all this bean talk is going to cause civil unrest?
With Jeff, yeah.
Not here, trust me.
No, I still think it's the fight for bull's milk in the grocery stores.
Just ask Dixie.
Whoa, wait a minute. A fight for what? She did say what I thought she said.
I said it's the fight to get bull's milk in grocery stores.
You figure before you had modern refrigeration, people either had to get fresh vegetables and produce or buy it in a can. There was no in between. That's why I say bird's eye. If it wasn't for bird's eye, we wouldn't have air conditioning or freezers or refrigerators.
Do you know, back in the Depression and before the Depression, they very seldom ate meat. I'm not going to say they didn't. I'm just going to say they didn't eat it as much as what we do today.
Oh, they didn't go to the store and get it.
No.
If they got it, it was from a tree or
bush,
the ground, or
or if they did, do the meat, it was during cold winter months where it could be set up, or they would salt the heck out of it.
Yeah.
And salt mines back then was plentiful.
Probably pintos and navy, because navy beans, that's what baked beans are made out of. Even though you can do baked beans with any bean, but
I heard black beans is better for you than any other bean.
Yeah.
Now, we was talking about rinsing black beans off. A dumb question. Again, if you open up black beans out of a can, do you still have to rinse them off?
Mm-hmm.
I always do that anyway.
Well,
Get as much of that icky stuff from a can out of there.
Right.
Oh, black eyed peas. Yeah, that's another one.
Oh, hell, you got black eyed peas and cornbread.
Oh. Yeah, collard greens.
Yeah.
Dumplings. Yeah. Josh likes to make his mom's beans and dumplings. He makes his own dumplings from scratch too.
Lord have mercy.
Yeah. And the dumpling noodles, like you put gravy in noodles.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah.
Now, I will admit to something. Coming up, Mama had the best green beans of any person I ever ate from. She taught my wife how to make them. To this day, my wife can open up a can of green beans. And when she got through with them, you couldn't tell if they come from a garden or not. That's what I put in my pintos.
Smoked ham hocks, yeah. Or hog jaws, a good one too.
What are smoked ham hocks?
The knuckle.
Oh,
I can't eat hog jaw. I've tried.
Well, it has to be something good. Now, there's a lot that has a ton of fat on there.
Yeah. Well, I think the last 2 or 3 go rounds I tried eating, it just didn't have a good taste to it.
Yeah, a lot of them don't nowadays. Even the
Yeah.
ham hocks are that way too.
Yeah.
It seems, I don't know if they're not smoking them enough or they're just spraying smoke flavor on them or something. I don't know.
that smoke type flavor comes from bacon grease.
Not up. So I'm on track, believe it or not.
What do they call garbanzo beans, chickpeas?
You need some Mexican jumping beans, Jim.
Well, what makes the meal? It's spaghetti with,
Garbanzo beans.
yeah, she calls them chickpeas, but the can I looked at it says garbanzo beans with pasta,
Well,
onion, garlic.
They are chickpeas, though. There's chickpeas, but I think they're the same thing.
Well, that's what she says.
Yeah.
There is a type of bean I can't think of right now, and we got
Lentils.
lentils.
Lentil.
I don't know how to cook them things.
That's
They're good in pea soup.
I
I
like
don't care what soup it goes in. I just don't know how to
lentils.
cook it.
Lentils is not a bean though.
It's a pasta, isn't it? Like a rice.
No, it's
Flour?
actually a nut. It's in the nut family.
all
So-
beans.
I ain't going there with that remark. I'm
So
leaving
this whole
that
time
alone.
Because somebody that has nut allergies,
Can't.
if they eat it, they can actually, have a. Yeah, there you go. I knew B would know.
Legumes.
Yeah.
I can't even pronounce it.
How you cook them?
Yeah, y'all still didn't tell us how to cook them.
Very
Just told us
slow.
what to put.
And again, you can ham's good for that too. Lentils and that's almost same thing as split peas too.
Ham and
Yeah.
bean soup.
They're from the legume family, just like
Yep.
What do
rice.
you do?
All legumes put nitrogen in the
You
soil.
still ain't answered the question. You put them in a pot of water, pot of grease, or what?
No, just like you would any other bean, just takes longer to do it.
Yeah,
Is
you
it?
put
They
'em
take
in,
forever to cook for some reason.
like
You figure
lentil
Beef
soup.
raw covered with onions and celery and carrots. That's what Grace said.
We figure legumes take nitrogen out of the atmosphere and put it in the soil.
All I have to do is take a step, squat, take a step, and squat.
There you go, Jeff. That's how. Read the package.
Hey, I can't even do that. My eyesight is so bad I can't read that small.
Do you have a magnifier, Jeff?
Do any of y'all like hominy?
I used to.
I
I ain't
love
had none of
hominy.
that. God knows.
Hominy and
Since
salt,
I was-
pepper, butter, yum. Bushcraft, have you ever eaten hominy?
Oh yeah, I love hominy.
Hominy is so good. I had never had it until like, I don't know, 12 years ago, maybe. And Josh is like, have you ever had hominy? And I'm like, no,
Oh,
never even heard it.
white,
so
white
good.
and yellow, both of them are good. Fry it up with some butter. Oh man.
Oh, it's so good. Butter and salt and pepper. It's like the
Yeah.
best way to eat it. I could eat a whole thing of it.
Yeah.
And I'll sit there and sing that song, hominy, 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 hominy.
Hey, Lake,
Yeah.
I got one word for you, and I know you know what I'm talking about.
Exactly.
Yep, that's it.
Oh, shoot. He didn't know that about nut allergies either. So legumes are nuts?
That's what they say.
Huh.
They're in that family with that causes the
Nut
well,
allergies.
just like a cricket's in the same family as shellfish.
Right.
That's why Some packages of stuff will say there's ingredients in this package that if you have a shellfish thing,
Right.
don't eat it.
Or
Like,
packaged in a
what is
factory.
shellfish doing in this? And it's actually crickets.
Right. That or the same facility where they package things, they have to put that on the package, right?
Hmm.
Well, willingly, I'm not eating no crickets. I
Yeah.
said willingly.
Oh, okay. I was going to say you already do.
I think we definitely all have that,
Yeah.
flies and everything else.
Fair. The only nut that's really a legume that I know of is peanuts.
It's coconut.
They're not legumes. Legumes grow because peanuts grow in the soil.
Hominy is menudo.
I
Yeah.
don't know.
That's
I didn't know. Hispanic
I always
or
thought it was some kind of like corn thing. Hominy good.
right.
Peanuts are the only legume, and you need a warm. You can't grow them where I am. Like if you get down to Virginia, that's why they have those big Virginia peanuts.
you can grow them up here. Just
No, I don't know anybody that does.
I've grown peanuts in my backyard.
But I mean, on a large scale,
Oh,
you need a really rich soil, like they have a limestone soil.
All right, Bushcraft. Give us a lesson. How do you grow the peanuts? Because I'll have about an acre full of them. I love them things.
just in the ground. You dig them up. When
mean-
they're ready, you pull them up. It's like a potato.
Now, what I'm asking is, do you have to buy like seed peanuts or?
Yeah, you can't go to a store and get peanuts off a shelf and then plant them because they're roasted.
And you got to remember, Jimmy Carter was a peanut farmer, and he really didn't make much of a profit doing it.
Like it looks like popcorn.
Is that your teeth?
Hominy.
It's hominy.
Oh, I thought that was your teeth collection.
No, it's not my teeth collection. I told you I don't do that stuff anymore. Just kidding. Never collected teeth. Just my kids' teeth.
Well, I like all these hominy recipes that are popping up.
Looks like teeth.
I'm gonna tell you, I need to quit coming up on streams because it seems like every time I come up on a stream, we talk about food.
Yeah. Yeah, up here that people are like, "Ooh, you boil your nuts?" Shut up, Jeff.
I just sit down in a big old pot.
Jim.
I have had boiled peanuts, which are good. I have done them myself.
Is there feedback?
Just with
you, Jim.
I don't know what it is.
It happened with Bonnie last time.
Yeah, but it's only through you.
It's that antiquated system.
It's only 10 years. It's only 10 years old. The computer. It's going to be 11 soon.
But they use old parts.
Oh man, really? Do y'all remember going to Sears and Roses? As soon as you walked through the door, you smelled roasted peanuts.
Sears and Roebucks.
Yeah.
They Rolking has them, but they don't roast them. They have a little display thing that heats up, but you can smell them. They actually have a box where they come in and they put them in a bag and then put them in there.
There is a
How much are they up at Royal King? Hey,
Last I seen they were it's at $4.99, I think.
good God. I think the last time I bought some, 59 cents a bag.
Oh, yeah. The 20s is done gone, Jeff.
Long time ago.
But they were some of the best.
I mean, for your peanuts are like potatoes. They do better in a sandy soil. They don't like a heavy clay.
Potatoes are long gone now.
My potatoes are doing pretty good out there.
But you're using a raised bed, I'm saying, because I know a lot.
No, I'm not using raised bed for my potatoes. I'm using a bag.
Okay.
Damn, grow them and bag them all at the same time. When you harvest your potatoes, do you wash them or do you leave them alone? Until you
I
get
leave them
ready
alone.
to-
They got a cure.
Thank you.
Yeah, I've seen
Sandy,
people go out there with the water hose, and I'm like,
Yeah.
I mean, you can eat them that way. You can, but you can taste the difference. And plus, if you're going to store them for a long period of time, they need to cure up or harden or whatever you want to call it.
What are we talking about?
Potatoes.
Oh, okay.
Hey, there was a company that used to make Howard rotovators, and they went into making.
I'll be back in a minute. I got to take a shot.
Okay.
The Dodgewell company used to make most of the potato picking implements in this country, and they went out of business. I don't know who does it now. Actually, the Hebner family used to have about 20 acres of potatoes before that property got subdivided. They were the only family around here that grew potatoes. You figure most of the potatoes aren't even grown around in this part of the country anymore.
Oh no.
We grow them, right? We have a place that grows them. Yeah, many. Like, you don't have local potatoes.
Now, like I said, like most of I know a few people that have produce stands. They either go to Lancaster or they go to Philadelphia. You got to get about 20 to 30 miles north of us to find any farms. You got to get in Lehigh County or Berks County to get any real fresh produce grown on site.
That's because you guys is politicians. Nobody wants to farm in Pennsylvania.
Well, my sister sold her development rights in the late 1980s. Like I said, there's like most of any of the farm ground left in Montgomery County, it's corn, wheat, and soybeans.
Yes. Soybeans is not good for soil either unless you till them under.
Unless you till them under. I mean, years ago, a farmer would plant a field of soybeans, then green manure, just plow it all under and disc it.
Yeah, that's good.
But the cost of soybean seeds is too expensive to do that.
Yeah, that's why you do turnips and stuff. Turnips, and there's a radish too that you can use.
I mean, if you get towards
what the radish is called.
If you get towards Lancaster County and Lehigh County, there's probably some people growing potatoes. But you got to remember, around here, it's mostly wall-to-wall housing. Because there's one farm, the guy that used to be the head CEO of Comcast, he bought a bunch of farm ground, and they tried doing everything organically. And he's the guy that put a 7-foot-high plastic deer fence in. And after about 3 years, the deer destroyed the fence. They're just, you know what they did now? I think they have a website. It's called Worcester Farms. They went back to corn, wheat, and soybeans.
The deer have a website?
No, I think it was called Worcester Farms. This guy bought a bunch of farm ground in Worcester Township. They tried doing everything.
Worcester sauce?
Actually, the township I grew up in, Worcester. They
Oh.
might actually have a website. I mean, there's hardly any farming left around here.
Well, that's what happens when that's what they got planned. That's what they want. Like that one town in where was it? Was it in Texas? Yeah, I think it was Texas. Paying people $600 not to plant a garden. or let the garden die. That was the even better part, because you have to take pictures of your dead garden and submit it, and they'll send you $600. That's what was supposed to happen, but majority of that money went to plants that didn't use much water to plant in in the place of your garden, which
Well,
you can't eat. You couldn't eat that stuff.
They haven't done anything on the park property at all. They haven't mowed it. Anything that they even put anything in. I'm trying to find a website. Is the service unavailable? I mean, the only farm left around here is Murraymead Farms. There's another one in Tomenson Township that sells their own ice cream, 200 acres. It's all going to be developed.
Yeah, did you see that article about that, Sandy? I was like, are you serious? And people were submitting pictures and stuff. People were doing it for $600. Now, I'm not saying I have the biggest garden out there or anything, but I mean, even if I wouldn't make $600 off of what I have out there, I would still rather have what I get out of the garden compared to that $600, because buying the food in the store, it's going to be crap and more expensive. It's just nuts.
There's actually a few wineries around here. There's one place on Germantown Pike that they make their own wine. It's about $20 a bottle.
That's not too bad.
But they're only doing it on a very small area. And when you get it, there's some areas in Montgomery County, there's one place near Ambler, they got 20 acres and they have a winery, and it's even more expensive than that.
Well, they probably have regulations that they can't grow grapes on a large scale.
Now,
There's probably some regulation that you got to keep it under a certain amount.
They're growing grapes. I can't think of the name. There's like the place in Germantown Pike, they're growing grapes too.
Wine grapes or eating grapes?
They're growing grapes for their own wine because they came out to look at the trees.
Yeah, because a lot of the wine grapes don't taste very good, or they're too small because just grapes alone, they made so many different breeds of them, and they're all modified. What was that? The one that the cotton candy grapes that they're big fat grapes and they're really sweet and stuff. It's supposed to be bred with some weed. I can't remember what it was, and it makes the color pop. That's a funny color green.
Because it's called Evansburg Vineyard. They only have a few acres.
Oh.
Do you hear about what's happening in New York with people asking about selling some of your property or leasing it of your farmland for solar panels or solar development?
Oh,
as much as they're offering like up to 15 years of exemption of paying taxes on that land being used.
Last summer, because I got a new roof put on the house, and there's all these ads on YouTube about free solar in Pennsylvania. We contacted these places online. We got about 16 estimates. It's not free. It's $42,000 to get solar installed on a house.
These are people who want to use your land to do
solar farms.
Yeah, solar farms. This isn't anyone that wants you to buy it.
It's not for your house or anything.
No, they want to buy your land or have you lease your land to them. Like, well, you still own your land, but you're leasing parts of it to them.
You know how much of a gimmick that is, and it's not that they're making money on on the power that comes from them panels. It's because they get a kickback from the government
Yes.
to put
exactly.
up these. It's not because you're helping, make everything greener, because they don't care if there's trees covering half of it. They'll put these up,
Yeah.
and
It's New
and
York.
it's all to get that money from the government.
You know what they found in Texas, where they did a lot of these solar farms? It made the air temperature hotter.
Well, that's common sense.
They want to cool off the climate, so putting solar in is going to raise the average temperature.
Steve Oracle passed today.
What, Jeff?
I got a pop up saying Jamal is the one that played Steve Urkel passed today.
Oh,
Yeah.
really?
No, the only son, the Cosby kid, the Bill Cosby show.
No.
Yeah,
Oh, he did?
It wasn't Steve.
Malcolm Jamal Warner?
Yeah, he was the only son in the Cosby show.
Oh, that sucks. He's a good actor.
He drowned. He drowned off the coast of Costa Rica. He got the undertow sucked him in. He died yesterday.
Who was that, Steve Harvey?
No, the guy that played on the Cosby Show, the boy.
Hey, Monty, it's good to know which teeth, your teeth numbers.
Yeah, he was just on. He just.
Oh, really?
Oh boy, not this again.
What is it?
Another story about solar panels. I was told by one of the park guards. Okay, Evansburg State Park. They put these solar panels up for the park maintenance building, and they told me that because they spend so much on these panels, they don't have it in their budget to really do much in the park property, like to get someone to bale the hay. They used to rent the park property. They used to charge $35 an acre. Then about 20 years ago, the last guy that ran a grant said, "I'm not paying $35 an acre with all the crop damage done by the deer." Then it got to the point where they had to pay a farmer to come in and cut the grass, and now they don't have money to do anything because our governors, the past two, appropriate the funds. Well, it's more important we have solar. So we got the biggest fire hazard in this county, 3,500 acres of ground. About 2/3 of it's woods, but the cropland everywhere is just with the grass drying out. It's a fire hazard.
Did anybody go and look at the Martin Luther King files yet?
Who?
Martin Luther King?
No.
In the.
We have a dream.
Yeah, that guy. Trump released some of the files, evidently.
Yeah.
And the family's pissed.
Mm-hmm.
Why would you be? Is there?
Be charming. Was the solar free where you are? Because one company said they could put solar on our roof, and they would lease the pan. We would pay. We wouldn't pay anything except for electricity, and the rate would only be about 1/3 of what Pico was charging.
Yeah, you have to pay that back.
Solar panels.
It'd be 2/3 of what Pico's price was.
Pay electricity.
Well, you actually have to pay for them back.
Bullshit.
There's nothing free.
I get free electricity, or they don't get it.
The solar's free, but the equipment to use is not.
Right.
Yeah.
My CPA got solar panels on his house about a decade ago. It was a little more expensive, and the reason he did this is because, let's say the grid would go down, he wanted us to still have electricity, and he's real conservative. And just to get the backup, just to get the Tesla battery that'll store the energy, if the grid is down, that's an extra. When we got the estimate, it was almost $10,000 just for the battery.
You can get them cheaper though.
I look at it like this: they come to me wanting to use my land. Fine, I got no problem. I get free power. Period. It don't cost me a thing. If not, there's other farms up the road.
And the thing is, I know of people, they said birds, they have to get used to it. They'll land on those panels and just die. They get fried until the other birds learn not to land on the panels. And then the thing is, with the fact that the big beautiful bill isn't giving all these incentives to these companies, look at it like this. There's a lot of companies with solar. When Obama was president, almost all these companies that went into green energy in New York State, they went belly up. There's companies, young people are investing money in the stock market in these green energy companies. And you know what's going to happen? They're going to go under. If you look at places in Pennsylvania, because we can choose, we're going to be paying more in electricity because I've done research. The places that offers all grain are way more expensive than fossil fuels. And I know people that will spend the money and get the green energy because they think they're saving the planet.
The questions about the water bath stuff, I'm dropping a link. Make it make someone you want to watch and talk to about the water bath and stuff.
Definitely.
Because she does it outside on a fire and everything.
Yeah. And just to let Pat know about those panels, I wouldn't go doing that just because of what they offer or what a government offers you.
Yeah.
I'd say get off my lawn is what I'd say, like Clint Eastwood. Get off my lawn. I was just putting a warning out there. I'm sure they're going to do it in other places if they haven't already.
And then solar panels
on our property and ask that. This is I'm going to Clint Eastwood them.
Solar panels lose efficiency like every year. They lose about 2%. And looking on Google, it says, yes, solar panels can get hot. The optimal temperature for them is 77 degrees.
I mean, especially up here, like it's snowed on.
There's
not enough tilt on those suckers. They're going to get snowed in.
Then they got to use silver for the conductors because the copper will oxidize for outside use. Plus, copper isn't nearly as good a conductor as silver.
Well, the ones you were talking about up in New York, they didn't even have a maintenance guy go out there and clear the snow off of them.
No, they're just there
because they don't care. They got their money.
Yeah.
But the thing is, then somebody's got to take care of the ground. If you get on the Pennsylvania Turnpike and drive,
but Jim, you're missing the whole point of this. It's not how the solar panels create electricity or nothing.
Green energy.
It's all a gimmick to get the money from the government.
Yeah.
They don't care if it's the grass grows over the panels. It doesn't matter. They already got the money for putting those panels out there.
Yep.
That's what Lake was trying to say.
Part of the Green New Deal.
Yeah.
Then the thing is, a lot of these companies are going to go belly up because they're not getting the money from the government.
They already got it.
They don't care. They already got the money.
Yeah, from the Green Deal, but they're not going to get any more from the Trump administration.
Oh, they don't care. They already got the money.
They don't care because they offer people like you. They go up to your house and they say, we'll pay you $30,000 for the use of this part of your land. And they give it to you. I mean, I wouldn't do it. I'm just saying they don't have to go through those avenues.
Mm-hmm.
They're still doing it.
There's some in the Pennsylvania Turnpike between here and Lancaster. I mean, not Lancaster, Harrisburg. And somebody still has to go out there and mow around those. It looks like a bleacher stand, really, with the panels.
But they don't. There's you can go look online. There's like trees growing through panels because they got that money. They pay you $30,000 and they make millions off of that property. It's not because it's producing electricity. It's because they got that grant for that. And then they're gone. They don't pay somebody to go out there and mow or anything. They just leave.
Yeah.
and you're stuck there with a bunch of panels that you can't touch. You can't mow or nothing around it.
And you think about the people who sold their farmland.
Yeah.
They're just going to go one day pick up their panels and use that land for whatever they want. Think about it. Those farmers who used to come and plow their fields and grow, who was next to them? They came in and they were bringing their bioengineered seeds, and that it would affect the other farmers. And then they're like, oh, you can't sell that anymore because we tested your seed and that's ours. It's patented.
Yeah.
It's caused a big problem with the beef industry. So many farms in Texas did this. It's reduced the beef herd. I've seen that on the internet a few times.
Yeah.
I forget which Texas senator I saw interviewed on a video saying how it's destroyed. So many farmers, they think it's easy money, and it's not easy money. You're paying for it in the long term.
If I had, like, I always talked about my grandpa's corn that he grew, and it wasn't done with you know, a scientist in a laboratory. He planted this type of corn next to this type of corn, and whatever produced off of that was his new stuff, his new type of corn.
Right.
But nowadays, if I had that corn, I wouldn't want to plant it because I wouldn't be able to get that seed back because
They throw a patent on it somehow.
yeah. If, you know, and this is a farm, not just in the backyard or something, but if I planted it and then a farm down the road germinated with that, they would own the rights to that crop. Either I couldn't sell it or I couldn't have it. I'd have to plow it over or something like that because they own the rights to it.
Yep. You'd have to plow your field, burn it, start another field. Yep. And you'd have to go back to your original seed. And then good luck with that because it's already contaminated.
Yeah, you can't reproduce it because you're going to grow it in a bubble.
Right.
Well, back when my dad was a kid, the only kind of corn they had was you know, it was the same corn, the yellow corn. Okay, the only difference between the corn humans consumed and cow corn was they let the cow corn dry out. It was the same corn.
Oh yeah, yeah. If you field corn, if you go, which I wouldn't want to eat it nowadays anyway, but
it's different.
You just get it early, and it's just as sweet as
Oh, our corn is growing.
Then I've read stuff that with all the solar radiation the Earth has been experiencing in our lifetime, some of these things I've seen on the USDA website saying if they didn't come out with that type of corn, the old corn wouldn't survive all the radiation. I mean, you look what's going on with the sun being active. We're getting way more radiation.
Well, if man wasn't here, it would, because God wouldn't have created it if it was just going to, you know, shrivel up and die. But when man's involved in it,
but it's not just man; it's the magnetic field. If the Earth's magnetic field is getting weaker, without a magnetic field, we would all be fried. Without there was a time Mars had a magnetic field, and it lost it. If we didn't, the magnetic field is what's protecting us from all the radiation coming from the sun, and all the stuff I've seen on the internet, it's getting weaker.
Yeah, they have to put those signs on there now. That's their proof that the DNA in that or that strand that company owns, and if it bleeds over to another farmer, they own that other crop.
But how are they going to prove it though?
Science. You know, how do I know what your DNA is.
It's very expensive to do that stuff. So.
Well, yeah. Look at the company, though. Those companies are billionaires. A little 10,000 here, 10,000 there isn't anything.
Kitty.
Okay, another way to look at it with these solar storms, the days, okay, there's been days the past few years where it doesn't matter if we're getting rain or it's a sunny day, or it's been really windy. If you check it, when the sun's had big coronal mass ejections and the solar winds are way above normal, the Earth has been windier than normal. There's a common denominator that's been proven with all that stuff.
Okay, let me check really quick.
But I haven't seen signs everywhere for the corn. When I went up to Urban Henry, the Kubota deal, I saw corn coming up in fields, and I didn't see signs on any properties. So I don't know where they got the seeds from.
Well, again, it's different in different states where they don't. Some don't have to put signs. Some do. You know, a lot of, like here, well, not now because they're doing construction there, but they would have signs up where the corn is saying the provider of it and this and that.
But I know from working with the Department of Agriculture decades ago into soil conservation, the guy's name was Ed Brostek, and another guy, Dave Schaefer. They said if they didn't come out with all this engineered seed, it wouldn't be able to withstand the changes in the radiation the Earth has been sustaining the past few decades.
Nah.
Well, the thing is, there's people that have YouTube channels with apps that can measure the radiation we're receiving in the atmosphere, and it's gone up a lot the past few years, all because of what's going on with the sun. And doctors are saying, I remember when my parents were alive, when we had to take my dad to see a dermatologist because he had skin cancer on parts of his body, the dermatologist was saying they've seen more skin cancer every year. And according to the journals, it's because of what's going on with the sunlight.
Also, they found that your sunscreens are causing that as well. You shouldn't be using all those.
Yeah.
Well, when we were kids, the sun looked whiter than it does now.
Right. But if
the sun has changed.
It has changed, but it goes through cycles. And if Earth lost its magnetic field, it would be catastrophic. Seriously.
If we lost our magnetic field, we would just be hit with plasma and literally burnt to a cinder.
Radiation would exposure would increase, and solar wind and cosmic rays. Yeah.
And even the last vet I had, when we had the last dog, he was saying they were seeing more skin cancer with pets around their muzzle.
Yeah, I don't know if I would go blaming the sun on all those things, though.
Okay, then another example about what's going on. Okay, studies. When they started using leaded gas in the 60s or 70s to stop the knock in engines, okay, they've examined people's teeth, and they found lead in people's teeth that died. Once they took the lead out of the gas, I thought leaded gas was a good thing. I didn't know anything about it, but then you gotta look at it with lead. Where does lead come from? Scientists have theorized when uranium breaks down, it becomes thorium, then it becomes radium. Old uranium that's tens of thousands or hundreds of thousands of years old becomes lead. Lead is poisonous. Putting lead in gas it's everywhere. Just like I've read studies where people that live on main roads are higher prone to cancer. And you know why? The rubber from the tires comes off from the road and the brake pads wear down every time someone uses a brake. It's like some of the stuff going on in the environment is the result of man.
Mm-hmm.
But we have no control over the sun.
No. I know who does. The one who put it there.
Yeah.
Yep.
And the thing is, does the Earth really go around the sun, or does the sun go around the earth? You look how things all changed with the Vatican and the Catholic Church hundreds of years ago. I mean, basically, we got to take everybody's word about all this stuff.
No, just one word. That's why faith over fear.
Mm-hmm.
And studies have shown, I've read, okay, people that are growing Christmas trees in higher populated areas are finding more problems with certain types of diseases. Areas of Pennsylvania where they're growing Christmas trees, where it's really rural, they have less problems with. I'll give you an example. There's a disease called Rhizophora needlecast that affects blue spruces. It's an airborne fungus. About 20 years ago, they started seeing more of it in Michigan. And from what the stuff I've read on the Michigan State website, a lot of these things we're seeing in our area too. Areas where there's more people, they're finding more diseases in the Christmas tree industry. Areas where there's hardly any people, the trees are healthier. It's all because part of this is some of the stuff we put in the atmosphere, unfortunately.
Mm-hmm. And God's going to allow it as long as he does, right? No matter what people do, he'll allow so much.
I look at it like this. This country would be better off if we went to basically not gasoline, if propane would be cleaner for cars. UPS has vehicles that run on propane.
Well,
We need to bottle up, Jeff.
Jeff left though.
Yeah. I think we need to end it. I gotta get something to eat.
Yeah.
And unfortunately, I checked at 9 o'clock, and Vineyard Chicks wasn't. They were busy, probably.
Well, it's just like the cell phone things. There's been more reported deaths, and they get taken off the internet, of birds around cell phone towers, allegedly. And I know this from talking to game wardens. And you think, because cell phones are so big, if everybody in the world found out these cell phones were affecting the environment worse than fossil fuels, do you think anybody would give up their cell phone?
Jim, the countdown. You're going to get cut off again.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Oh yeah. Thank you. You too. Don't copyright.